brothers. It's us again, here at the Emerald Dragon. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons!
Brad, I know you're hype, but I need you to, take, 5% off it because you're peeking your microphone, and it's cutting out.
Whatever you say, brother.
Too much hype for the technology.
Settler hype.
All right, friends, we're playing D&D tonight. I'm here to tell you about it, but not very loud. Hopefully you can feel how excited I am. Bring in the energy, brother. Monday night, Emerald Dragon, D&D, a Sarah. They call you a lich, but I heard you're just a bitch.
Oh. Someone get Vince McMahon.
Now, I'll show you my beach ball and tell you, Brother Paul, take it away.
Thanks for that introduction, Brad. We are playing Tomb of Annihilation, session 39. Wow, we have been going for a while and still alive. Well, no one has died in the tomb yet. Speaking of characters that are dying, Alex, who are you playing tonight?
I will be playing Iranae, your local, friendly, high elven charisma face rogue. Great use in the tomb. I'm going to convince the Sararak to give us all the treasure and let us go. It'll be great. Luke.
Oh, well, hello there, brothers. My name is Garathor. I am a half-orc raging barbarian of the Berserker class.
Raging?
Sometimes raging. But I'm of the Berserker class. I like to hit shit and suck tits.
Ew.
What? I don't know. I'm just trying to have happy thoughts before I drown in wine.
Literally one time, and you had guidance cast on you.
Got inspiration.
Kaylie, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. I am tonight playing Silky, the kobold monk. I hit things with my fists, occasionally stunning, not very often though. I might survive because I can breathe underwater, but everyone else, good luck, guys. Brad.
Hello. Playing Alastor Eltan, formerly of the Flaming Fists, and new founder of the current Flaming Fists, new Flaming Fists. But we're an organization that might be folding soon if things continue going the way they are. But happy thoughts, my friends. Back to you,
All right.
Paul.
Well, where we left off last time, I'm just going to breeze through the catch-up because we know we want to get back to the action. You guys fought a mimic treasure chest. Silky was over there trying to grab the treasure, and boom, it turned out to be a mimic. That's how we started last session. You guys descended down to the second level of the dungeon, went through the mirror tomb ring, explored that a little bit. You found a dead guy and took some items off him and got some lore off of him as well. And as you approached in the mirror tomb to the center grand staircase area, you were encountered by none other than Sararak himself. The trickster gods that you had been inhabited by lurched forward and wanted to fight him, wanting revenge on this foul lich. You guys fought him and defeated him. After Garathor forgot to rage and got paralyzed. Paralyzing touch many times in a row. But overall, it was a victorious fight. You guys then did some exploring in the mirror tomb and found some interesting secret passages and walls and discovered some extra information before proceeding back to the normal tomb, upon which where you opened a sarcophagus, keeping out the light for a long time, but not figuring out quite what this riddle was, and eventually just getting sick of it and taking the blanket off. As soon as the light hit the sign that says "Drown Your Sorrows," the door slammed shut. The gargoyles opened their mouths and wine began flooding in the room. Pretty soon you guys found yourselves swimming up to your neck and even higher as the wine got closer and closer to the ceiling.
with about 2 or 3 feet left, all of a sudden you felt, a few of you, this weird, slippery, gross thing go across your leg, across your arm, across your body. You are not alone in this room. And where we will pick up, as you guys are deciding what to do, is you have about 30 seconds left of air. And the room is you're about to take your final breath, but you guys can talk for just this little bit. And away we go.
Just to confirm, there was a small hole at the top of the ceiling, correct?
There was a place that light was coming out of.
You also, to clarify, right when we did close the session, you said something was jumping out of the water with its mouth open, and then you said that's where we will close.
That is true. I'm going to retract that and give you 30 seconds before exactly that happens.
Okay.
But yes. All right. So you guys are in the room. Things are going back and forth, and you have a feeling that you are not alone, and you are probably going to get attacked very soon. But I will give you 20 more seconds.
I'm going to grab my Staff of the Python, and I'm going to yell, "Python, go!"
All right, your staff boof, turns into this giant constrictor snake.
All right. Guys, this is not looking good.
Okay. Do you
I
have
don't think
any,
I can drink all this.
Do you have any more polymorphs left? Can you get the others through the hole in the ceiling?
I could do that, but we're going to stay here and fight, Silky? Are we just going to fight? Is this the last stand?
I mean that.
All
I
right.
would rather do that because I'm getting left behind.
Do you want to be a shark, Silky?
As
No,
the
I'm
wine
fine.
comes to, or as the wine comes to meet the ceiling, you guys do realize that that hole, as you kind of swim over there and investigate, it's just a false light. Like it's a piece of stone that has an illumination going down. It's not an actual hole that goes out to the anywhere outside.
Now, what kind of wine are we talking about here? Are we
Silky,
talking?
get the door open. Oh.
And you guys can no longer talk as you all take your last breath and dive underwater. If you didn't know, let me refresh you on the rules. Your Constitution modifier +1 is how long you can hold your breath underwater. Garathor, that gives you 3 minutes. Iranae 2, Silky 2, and Alastor is at 1.
I have a question.
Yes,
Does my necklace of breathing allow me to breathe in the wine?
that is something you will have to find out.
Cool.
I have a question.
Yes.
All of my spells which require a vocal or a somatic component, I'm unable to cast now that I'm underwater.
If you use vocal components underwater, I will say you use 10 seconds of your oxygen
All right, I polymorph into a giant shark.
before. The
Yeah,
last minute.
like in the last seconds if I
Actually, it
can,
doesn't matter. Okay.
or whenever.
All right. Now, this beast comes up to Garathor, and you on your leg feel something lash out. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
This can't go terrible at all. Can we get a map, DM?
This is the map.
Oh, there isn't a map?
Oh, wait.
We are not on the map.
You guys are not. on
Oh,
the screen.
okay. I was like, whoa.
This is the map.
This is the map.
You imbecile! You can't see anything.
Honestly, it might as well be. You don't see anything.
I'm
You
not
guys
gonna-
do
I'm
have
not
an
gonna roll
initiative
again.
macro, if you'd like to use that.
I'm not gonna roll
what?
again because I don't really need to, right?
You just select your token and hit initiative in the upper left.
I always just grab my token and then just click it on my player sheet and it still puts it into the turn order.
All right. Or Alastor?
You rolled a 15. Or 20, sorry.
20.
Oops.
But I am a giant shark now, so I suppose I need to use those statistics for initiative. So that'd be an 18 if I need to roll initiative as a giant shark.
Yeah, go ahead and wait, what is it?
It's gonna be an 18. Can sharks breathe and why?
Shh, don't ask questions you don't want answers to. I've heard that it's over 85% water, so I think you're okay.
Yeah.
Oops. Why aren't you going to the initiative order? There you go. What did you roll?
20.
It's 18
20.
As a shark
Or
and
18,
20 as
okay.
Alastor.
Perfect. Okay. That will bring us to Garathor.
So I can feel this thing on my leg, right?
You know the general vicinity of it, but it will be at disadvantage.
Sure.
'Cause it is completely invisible.
I'm going to rage.
Okay.
Yes, brother.
And I'm going to swing my mace
All right.
at disadvantage. It's a 19.
At disadvantage is a 12, right?
Oh, sorry. It's 12.
12 is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. I will
Mace
have
goes
my
wide.
giant python try to attack whatever this thing is.
Do you want to attack again? You have 2 attacks?
Oh, right.
Sorry, it's my first time.
12 miss.
12 is
So
a
that's
miss.
Miss. All right. Does he have disadvantage? Does the python have disadvantage in water, even though snakes can move agilely through water?
It has a swimming speed, so it does not.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to have it bite. So that's going to be a +6. So that's 23.
23 is a hit.
Okay. And that's going to be 2d6 plus 4. So that's going to be 10 damage to whatever this thing is.
Right.
And yep, that's what I do.
Luke, I just gave you a giant constrictor snake sheet.
I was just going off the 5e giant constrictor snake.
I know, but now you can click on the sheet if you want and have
Okay.
it activate.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
All right, you said 10 damage?
10 damage.
All right. You hear like it kind of like bubbles in the water, and then you feel some of the things retract. Move around a little bit.
Does Moa say anything important to me right now?
Moa does not.
Okay. God damn it, Moa. I think
No,
to myself.
Alastor.
I'm a shark, and I want to go kill that thing.
All right.
I have 50 feet of swimming speed.
Actually, those things are completely invisible, so that would have been at disadvantage. I'll give the constrictor snake its hit, but unless you can see invisible things, even if you can swim, it's still going to be at disadvantage because it's invisible. Sorry. So yeah, okay. A giant shark swims up to the place that it thinks, like near Garathor, where one of them is.
Cool. It's going to be a +9 to hit.
All right, at disadvantage though.
All right. 24,
That's a hit.
26, 28. All right. Let me check this sheet here. That's 3d10 plus 6, brother.
Wow.
Holy
Sharks
shit.
don't fuck around.
No kidding.
Is this a giant, or what kind of shark is it?
The giant shark, brother. Oh, that was an awful roll. 13.
Damn.
3-2. All right, you feel like you're chomping on like all these weird limbs that just feel like kind of jelly and octopus-like, and they kind of retract every time you bite into it.
But yeah, you feel it flailing. You see like wine coming out of its skin, bursting where blood should be. All right, does that end your turn?
I believe so.
Silky.
Sweet. I'm gonna swim over to where I think they are. So kind of by Alastor, and I'm gonna hit it with my fists. Would I do this straight because of pack tactics?
Yes, you would.
Cool. Seventeen
to hit.
Okay, I'm assuming 10's not gonna do it.
No.
Okay, 6, and then I'm gonna use a Hand of Harm. So he takes an additional 7, so 13, and then he's also poisoned. If he can be poisoned.
You feel the poison start to course through its veins, and it like shoots it back out.
Fuck!
It's just wine like flowing in its veins, and it kind of the alcohol of the wine counteracts the poison and just rejects it.
It's beautiful. I love that I just did that. It's great. And then I'm going to try to take a breath, if I can, and see if I can breathe under this wine.
Okay. You go ahead and breathe in. You feel your lungs start to fill with fluid, which is a very uncomfortable feeling. As you let it sink in for a second, you realize that you can breathe completely underwater. However, you are starting to feel the massive effects of intoxication.
Oh
You are, within seconds, absolutely drunk and hammered.
Paul!
It feels uncomfortably like, I don't know how drunk or how often, what Silky's tolerance is.
She has never had a drink before.
You are fucking hammered right now.
Great.
It's like immediately absorbing into your blood. Like,
I'm gonna.
You're vaping alcohol right now.
You're vaping alcohol.
Well, absolutely shit-faced. I'm gonna try to swim over to Alastor, get kind of closer by the door. And that'll be my turn.
okay. Iranae.
Okay, I would like to swim down.
Actually, when you swam away, there would be an attack of opportunity.
Oh, forgot about that. Okay, I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Go ahead, Iranae.
I'd like to swim down about 5 feet, vertically. And I will press my back to the wall, and I will hold an attack for when I feel one of them, like, right near me. Like, so if they make an attack on me, or, like, I feel them touch me, then I will make a strike with the staff striking.
All right. Held action. That brings us to the wine weird's turn.
Wine weirds?
The wine weird? Oh, God.
Have you guys heard of water weirds?
No.
Well, not only have you not heard of water weirds, but these do not exist except in this dungeon. Wine weird. Actually, is there a picture? I gotta grab a picture. Oops.
Oh, fuck. I just realized I forgot to do my bonus attack. Next time.
Fuck!
All right. No picture. All right. So one is indeed going to lash out at Alastor.
Oh, perfect. Yes, break my concentration.
Oops.
Wow.
Natural one is a
Critical
miss.
miss.
Natural one is a miss.
It like lays its tentacle into your mouth for you for the next round.
Sashimi. Or is it calamari?
Silky, you feel one behind you starts to come and grab you with like 4 or 5 tentacles.
No, thank you.
They start to wrap around you and feel like this gross.
They miss.
7. Terrible. And one does indeed come up next to you, Iranae, so go ahead and make your attack. 11. Holy crap, that was terrible.
All right.
Don't worry, we're still drowning, guys.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just shit-faced. I'm gonna get alcohol
13.
poisoning.
That was awful. 13 is a hit.
It is. Oh, I
Just
didn't expect
barely.
that. Okay.
Oh, at disadvantage, though.
Yeah, I rolled
It
a
is. Yeah,
disadvantage.
13.
23.
That will be 4 points of bludgeoning damage, and I will expend 3 charges to do 3d6 force damage.
Ooh.
And maybe if they make a big enough shockwave, I'll have a space to breathe.
Oh. Who? Garathor, you use the mace. Silky, you're a monk.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the shark's attacks were not quite as effective as one would hope. As far as
Non-magical.
when you were biting into it, you do have a very low intelligence, so it probably doesn't matter that much for the shark, who's going to continue attacking. But
Hell yeah.
I'll just tell you that as. But actually, no, the staff striking is. Yep, that also.
For an additional 16 points of damage, so that'll be 20 points of damage total.
Ooh. Damn.
Nice.
You feel like a strong connection with the staff, and it like ripples its body underwater. You feel these vibrations as it takes a nasty hit from that staff.
Yeah.
All right, all 3 misses. Crazy. That brings us to Garathor.
I will swing at this thing wherever it is again.
All right.
With
Disadvantage.
my mage. It's a
That's a
19
hit.
Nice, dude.
and a crit. Crit fail. So that is 1 hit with the mace, which is going to be 1d6 plus 5. So that's 9 bludgeoning damage, but I will use one of the charges for the Mace of Terror. This needs to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw, please.
It can be frightened. What is it?
A DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
$15.
So that passes, right?
Yep.
Bitch! My constrictor can feel my oh, actually, add 2 more damage to that was 11 damage. I forgot my rage damage.
Got it.
And then my boa constrictor will attack as well. And I can't find that sheet that you said you sent me.
It should be in your journal.
No, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. I'll look again. But that is going to be a 13 to hit. And this thing can't... You said it's like many tentacles and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So I'm guessing my boa constrictor couldn't really constrict this thing, could it?
It can.
Oh, well then, I would like to... It's the same plus d6 to hit, so...
Give it the constrictor,
I would
brother.
like to constrict this thing with my constrictor snake.
Okay. It's at disadvantage, so you have to roll again.
But my constrictor has a swimming speed.
I know. It's invisible though.
Oh.
It is difficult to hit an invisible fish.
Crossover.
All right. 7 plus 6 is 13, so that just barely hits.
I would like to constrict this bitch. It is grappled. Escape is a DC 16. And it's going to take 2d8 plus 4 damage. So that is 16 points of damage, and it is grappled and constricted.
Okay.
16 points of snake damage.
Snake damage!
Hiss.
Actually, it doesn't matter that it's constricted, because how does it want to do this?
Oh, like the snake is just like loyal to me, and just like, you know, it knows, you know, I'm a tone to it. This is the first time we've ever met. All it knows is that I'm in danger, and this snake just flies through the water, just and it squeezes it, and then it just kind of turns to jelly.
All right. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. All right. It explodes into jelly and wine. You guys see, all of a sudden it becomes visible, and like you just see entrails and like all this like shit flowing through the water now.
Strawberry preserves.
All right. That brings us to Alastor.
Using my shark, what is it? Blood Frenzy trait. I have advantage on melee attack rolls against creatures that don't have hit points. I mean, that doesn't have all of its hit points.
Okay.
If anyone's hurt, I have advantage. So I would like to swim to the nearest injured one that I can sniff out.
That would be the one next to Iranae.
Okay, I want to go over there and I want to bite it.
Go for it. Disadvantage.
I didn't realize sharks are so dumb. One intelligence, negative. So just give me that. Give me that blood, brother.
They know how to kill.
All right. Slash roll. $17.
17's a hit.
25. All right. Let me just type this in. 3d10 plus 6. Come on, give me a good roll. 29 points of piercing damage.
Holy shit!
Make up for the last one, baby. We're averaging between the two rolls.
Dude. All right, this thing, you like, well, yeah, it, yeah. You feel like you ripped off like 3 of its tentacles in your mouth as you're like ripping them off, and you're seeing some of the blood and wine and shit flying in the water now.
Oh, yeah. In my little shark brain, I'm like, this is the best.
Yummy. All right, Silky.
I'm gonna swim over to the shark and attack it twice with my fists.
You're attacking the shark, huh? Nice.
No.
Oh, okay.
Invisible wine tentacle thingy.
Okay.
17, 26.
Both hits.
6 and 8. So 14.
Where does
All
it
right.
disadvantage?
I do straight roll because of pack tactics.
Are next to a shark and using, well, 2 people actually.
And if it's not down yet,
It is.
it is okay.
Like as Silky's ripping off tentacles.
Literally that. Like Silky like swims up to it, kind of wiggly and like dizzy, and just like extends her claws and just starts flailing and like making calamari out of this squid monster. She like starts chewing on a tentacle, like having a snack. Yeah.
All right. Rip off the tentacles and start chewing it, and the last thing it sees before the life leaves its eyes is Silky eating its own tentacle and then falls away dead. Iranae.
Can I tell if one of these is still in relatively close proximity to me?
There is not one currently in proximity to you.
All right, then I will kind of kick out, get here, or here rather, still sitting relatively high up in the room vertically.
Mm-hmm.
And I will hold another attack for if I feel one close.
Okay. One is going to come right next to Silky. And attack.
That was such vigor. Silky!
20!
That is my AC.
Oh, man. 13 bludgeoning damage, and you feel yourself starting to get constricted and pulled.
Oh, love it.
Moves backward. And Silky, you are dragged across the room, like away from everyone. Everyone, you see Silky kind of flailing as she's drawn away from.
Wait, can we see? Is this like more of like a rosé kind of wine, or is this more of like a Merlot Cabernet?
It's a deep red wine.
So more of a Cabernet. So
Like
we just
yeah.
feel Silky. We imagine that we feel a kobold being dragged away.
Yeah, it is
Luke,
pretty.
shush.
Well,
He's letting us look through the wine. Shush.
that's true. Well, you're all blind, yeah. Disadvantage, so. Okay, Garathor.
How are the tannins?
Can I feel any kind of creature near me right now?
You cannot.
I'm gonna swim after Silky and try to attack that one.
Your movement is half. I'm not sure if you can get there.
40, 5, 10, 15, 20. I can only make it to here. And that's the only one left, we think? Methinks?
That is what you think, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to swim after Silky anyways, and I'm going to have my boa constrictor go try to grapple that bitch. That is grappling. I'm going to counter grapple.
That you can do.
That is a 16 to grapple.
Hit.
All right, so it is now grappled. 2d8 plus 4. That's 14 points of L damage.
All right. You feel one of its tentacle arms get ripped off, and it's starting to get counter grappled. I guess it's being pulled. Constricted, taking damage. All right. Does that end your turn?
Question. If I were to have this alchemy jug and I were to open up one of the holes in it but not pour anything out, would there be air in this jug?
You would have to find out, and that would take an action.
Well, right, I haven't used an action yet.
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, how about this? I'll take one of my empty jars, and I'm going to try to air out of one of my empty sealed mason jars.
Open it upside down.
I'm going to open it upside down. I'm going to open it upside down, and I'm going to go. I have like 15 jars, bro.
Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can... Make a sleight of hand and sleight of mouth check, I suppose.
What's my modifier on my sleight of mouth?
You get 20 seconds of air back.
Right.
Not insignificant.
Hey, it's at least something that could give us some time in the future. I've just done an experiment for science.
Okay. Alastor.
Where's the blood, DM?
You would see Silky being dragged away.
All right, I'll go for that one. Please.
Where's the blood? Yes, that's Zenithar's guide.
Oh, there's someone in the chat. Or
25.
25 is a hit.
Sweet.
Wait, yeah, 19 you mean?
Well, it's not disadvantage. I have advantage, so maybe it's a straight roll.
It would be a straight roll.
So 25.
Okay.
25 piercing damage.
Shark is good.
Jeez. Brutal.
I'm not a baby shark.
Do, 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 do.
I knew you would do that.
You see the shark just ripping off tentacles, and like this thing is like convulsing in the water. It looks like it's afraid. All right.
Sweet. Good.
That
It
ends your
should be
turn?
afraid. I suppose it does. Is my shark experiencing any effects from breathing wine?
Yeah, it definitely is feeling intoxicated.
Would it even know or have the self-awareness with a -5 intelligence?
I think, yeah, with the bloodlusts, I mean, it
like-
probably is just killing things, and
All right, cool.
now it's like drunkenly killing things.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It's a drunken
Hell
rage.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Quick question, Brad.
What's up, dude?
Are you as the shark where your token currently is on the map?
I suppose so, yeah. I haven't been moving it.
Okay. Just checking.
Do I need to move it over here or something?
Yeah, you
That's
would-
where it was.
Right.
Okay.
I assumed your swim speed.
I never saw any enemies, so I didn't know how important it.
Yep.
Okay.
Silky.
Would it take my action to try to get out of this grapple?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to remain in the grapple. Restrained, I can still attack.
You can.
So I am going to.
Normally, it would still be a straight roll. I am going to say you're at disadvantage now. Just
no.
because of the amount of disadvantages that you have, even though it's not D&D core rules.
But it is grappled by the python right now. It's
It's
grappled,
grappled
too.
by the python. It's having a hard time.
I know, but Silky is drunk and restrained right now.
You can't
Oh,
disadvantage.
God.
And it's invisible.
So many rolls are about to
You
happen.
can't
Okay.
disadvantage me any further.
First attack.
I'm just picturing in my mind what's happening. It's
13.
damage to me. 13 still a hit. You got it.
6 bludgeoning, and then another attack. Not 1. We're not even gonna do that. And then I'm gonna use a key point to do flurry of blows.
Okay.
So 2 more attacks.
Jeez.
22. So 7. 6 plus 7 is 13. Hopefully plus. Oh, 19.
That's a hit.
6. So 13 plus 6. 19 damage.
It had exactly 6 hit points.
Eat it.
Damn.
Once again, Silky, drunk, has the munchies and eats the calamari. Enjoys a snack.
All right. Yeah, you bite one tentacle, chewing on it, bite another tentacle, and this time it finally appears visible, and you chomp on its neck, this little cobalt, and you just see it once again, all of these innards. The shark is like still tearing away at its arms, and yeah, it is visible, and all 3 are dead. As you guys are describing whatever you're doing at this point, you hear a bloom, 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 and you guys see some bubbles emerging from the gargoyle's mouth, and it seems like the wine is starting to come down.
For
Oh my
real?
god!
I was convinced we were going to drown. Holy shit.
I'm gonna swim over and make sure that Silky's okay.
Silky sees you swim over and just kind of like swims upside down onto her back and starts doggy paddling towards you and like grabs your bicep and just starts
Yeah.
smiling and giggling.
I throw you on my back and then I crawl on my snake's back. And I give the snake a big ol' fucking hug. Is my snake intoxicated?
Everyone that breathes water is intoxicated. The shark, the snake, and Silky. After like a minute or two, the wine starts to drain, and as it gets like close to the floor, I don't know if you're staying a shark, but
Yeah.
A beach drunk shark.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, when the wine totally disappears, I'm gonna like pretend like I'm stuck, like, and then I'll.
I'm gonna go running over to him right before he turns back. I'm like, okay. Oh, I was worried. I don't know how magic works. I don't like magic.
and you hear a heavy pillar lift up, and the hallway is exposed.
Can we still see the monsters' bodies?
You can.
Silky's gonna roll off of Garathor and crawl over to one and start chewing on one of the tentacles.
Silky, no, there's more alcohol in that.
It's so good. It's so delicious.
I'd pull it away. I'd pull
No.
the tentacle away.
Why? Hi.
I'm gonna yell, "Python, return!" And gonna get him my staff back.
Was that your word?
So I forget the word that Kaylie came up with, but it was
It
like
does not
nearly
return.
identical.
It is still
was,
a snake.
It was like nearly
Wait.
identical, tooth and tail, but I forget what she said.
It was
like,
it was Tooth and Fang.
Fang and coil.
Fang?
Fang
Was
and
it
coil.
Fang and Tail?
Fang and
alright,
Coil.
I'm gonna yell coil.
Oh, coil's a good word.
All right, I should put that in my notes.
Well, my socks are wet. My
you-
shirt ruined. My belly so hungry. Garathor, can you make us some food, please? God damn.
I will,
Silky just like hands him a tentacle.
So yeah, I've never been a fan of sushi. Thank you, though, Lieutenant. Is everyone okay?
I'm
Fine.
going to make a small fire.
The room is spinning.
Silky, sit down and drink some water.
Okay. Silky lays down on her back, tries to grab the water, releases the cork, and it just falls all over her face.
I make sure that she doesn't grab the fountain of youth water from my backpack. And I will try to make anything regarding carbohydrates. I'll try to get as many carbs as I can into Silky's belly. And some water. And I'll make sure that all of my jars are full of air.
I fill my jars with air. The first time that's ever been said in D&D.
But I will take that one that did have the wine, and I would like to taste it to see if it is any kind of quality beverage.
You're talking about the wine that was in the room?
Well, because I had that one jar, and I sucked the air out of it, so I'd have one jar full of wine. That's science.
Luke, that can be the wine of your choice. Whatever.
Ooh.
I'm actually...
Whatever you feel like would be in a Sarax dungeon.
It's a Syrah rack.
How dare you?
God. Wait, okay. Is it a Syrah or a Petite Syrah?
It's a Syrah rack. It's something you've never tried before.
Syrah rack.
Oh my god.
And I'm actually shocked at how delicious this is for the fact that this wine has been stored in stone walls. I was really expecting some rancid, air-exposed vinegar bullshit, and this has actually got some very, very nice, deep notes of blackberries, a little juniper, and just a hint of allspice. And it is actually quite delicious. So I will drink enough to not be drunk, but get a nice, pleasant buzz for being underground drinking good wine.
It is magic wine, so it is unspoiled.
Silky starts rolling around on the ground like a cat.
Hold on.
Why are you fuzzy?
Hot
What is
kobold summer.
I'm gonna grab some garlic, and I'm gonna grab some mint and chili powder, and ginger,
yeah.
and I'm gonna make this very strong flavored tincture. And I'm gonna go over to Silky and start pleasantly rubbing her belly, and then hopefully someone gets the news. I'm like, Alex, give it to her. I'm gonna pin Silky, and I need you to pour this tincture into her mouth.
Garathor, why are we hugging?
Iranae, give her the tincture.
I pour the tincture into Silky's mouth.
And I'm gonna grab the mouth and hold it to make sure that she swallows this.
Try to fight Garathor.
That is a potion of wellness, if you will. There's.
Are you sure about that?
No, seriously, you can get them at cold pressed juices places all over the place. Yeah. Ginger, garlic, lemon juice, and chili powder. Yeah, it'll clear you out right away. It'll wake you up real fast too.
Is it?
You're not any less drunk, but you feel better. Well, you feel the cleanse. Let's just say that.
But I'm still drunk.
Oh yeah.
Garathor, that was spicy.
All right, Silky. I remember my first beer.
What happened? Why? What happened?
Silky, I need you to just curl up. Here, have this water, and then I will give her some bread. And just have some of this. We've got to figure some shit out real quick. Silky, give me a minute.
I take food.
I just give her like 3 ration packs. I'm like,
I eat the pack and the wrappers. I don't unwrap anything.
Like, here.
I almost bite Garathor's fingers when I see food presented to me.
So, kind of in the corner. I got my hat off, revealing my glorious mullet, and I'm like wringing the wine out of it, replace it. What the hell are we gonna do?
And I'm like, exactly. And I take out Ross's painting, and how am I supposed to sell this now?
Got no answers for you, Garathor. Is there any treasure? Did we get any treasure out of that? Was it worth it? Was that worth anything?
I'm gonna go re-examine the coffin.
Don't.
No.
Garathor, don't bother.
Isn't the lid still off of it?
Still off, and
So
there's
I'm
the
just gonna
sign.
go.
This
Same
room
sign.
is just to fuck with us.
Alright.
My socks are gonna be wet for hours.
At least you fucking have socks, Alastor.
Alastor
I laugh really loud.
remains speechless, recognizing the truth of that statement. I take my socks off and I throw them to the side.
Silky chases them like a dog.
Silky, Silky, leave it.
Silky slinks back.
Silky, go lie down.
Once again on her back, just kind of staring up at the ceiling and giggling.
Stay.
Kind of takes out her staff and starts chewing on it.
Silky, don't chew on that, damn it.
That's a stab of striking.
All right.
Oh, what in the hell are we gonna do? Oh, we are so screwed, guys.
Alastor,
We are
there's only
so-
one thing we can do here, and that's keep fucking going.
I would just like it to be known that none of this had anything to do with any of his Sarax warnings. This is bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, yes, it is bullshit, Silky. Okay, so, guys, we've got a 3 zombie-headed chariot of some kind. We've got a green devil-headed statue at the end of a hallway. And then we've got a mystery tomb with a mystery realm ring where we just fought a lich. So,
Well, there's also the staircase back there that goes down. So,
I mean, if we go down another level, isn't that going to be where the gargoyles are, or is that a few layers down?
A few layers.
We've also got a mystery staircase and a well.
Secret room.
You're right. It is a secret room, Silky. Like, rolling my eyes. Oh, God.
all right. Garathor, while you're fixing up some food, Alastor, you want to come with me to check out this head real quick? It's just around the corner.
All right, let's do it. We might, I was thinking if we did leave it up to a coin flip, we could set up like a bracket style tournament with our options laid out. If we wanted to leave it up to fate.
This shouldn't lead anywhere. I just want to see if there's the same pocket in the back of the statue's mouth that there was in the alternate tomb.
Lead the way.
Keep your jewel on you.
Yep. So we will stealth very quietly to like here.
Okay.
Peek around the corner.
Roll stealth checks. Alastor, you're going?
Yeah. I'll roll a stealth check.
That one.
Ooh.
Dirty 20.
All right. Iranae is looking back at Alastor saying, shh. I don't know. Why is Iranae being so unstealthy, Alex?
Honestly, it's probably the fact that all the leather that she's wearing is soaked in wine. And so, like, every step she takes, since there's no, like, cloth under it, is like anything that's loose is just kind of slapping against like her legs as she walks.
Slapping sounds, just drenched in wine going down the hallway.
Yep.
All right. Well, your punishment for that is roll a d12, please.
Ooh.
All right. You're looking left and right. Alastor, Iranae is making a ruckus going down the hallway, but as you're peering left and right, you don't see anything, and nothing seems disturbed at this point.
You know, sockless isn't that bad, Iranae.
Better than wet socks, that's for sure.
Hate it. It's the worst.
We will slide right around here and move up towards this devil head.
All right. You see the green devil head. It looks just like the one from the previous level. Its mouth agape. Just like the blackest black color you've ever seen in its mouth. And it seems to just be at the edge of its mouth going down to the bottom of its jaw. 2 big horns.
All right, Alastor. I'm going to go on the left. You go on the right.
And then
I'm going to poke it with my dagger. And everything's going to go great from there. I can just tell.
All right.
Okay, Iranae.
So I pull out my dagger and I just like poke it into the blackness.
Okay. As your dagger penetrates the darkness, just about an inch.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Nothing happens.
All right. Pull it out. Look at the dagger. Any changes?
It looks fine.
Okay. All right. Wait, Alastor, do you have rope?
I have some rope.
All right. Take some rope, tie it around my waist, and climb into the mouth.
You put your head into the darkness. It feels very cold and eerie in there. And you can't see your hand in front of your face as soon as your head goes in. You can't see anything at all. And it's very strange, but you feel the ground. You slowly put your hands around, find the hole that you know was there from last time without the darkness. Your hand finds purchase on it. You reach down and you feel a rock with some kind of a crusted kind of metal around it.
I take it.
A Sarah rock?
Oh no!
Sorry, I'm immature. Please continue.
And you make your way out with something in your hand.
All right, hopping down. I look at this strange object. What do I see?
It's a green stone with kind of this gold helix around it, this gold metal helix. It looks like it's very fancy.
What the hell is that, Iranae?
It's I don't know.
Alastor, you also notice there's some arcane runes on it as well.
Ooh, I'd like to identify this object, please.
Let's get back to the others first.
I'd like to begin investigating this object on the way back.
Okay, you guys get back.
I will begin ritual casting Identify.
Silky is laying on her back, snoring really, 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 really loud. Taking a nap.
You know what pisses me off the most about this situation, Iranae?
What's that?
Silky never put in for vacation time. She's a goddamn lieutenant of the Flaming Fists, and here she is, just enjoying herself.
Drunk
Anyways.
on duty. That's
It's hugely frowned upon, but maybe we'll make some exceptions in the new Flaming Fist rules.
I think we can call this one extenuating circumstances.
Sure. I like the way you put that.
Roll an Arcana check for me for this identify.
18.
18's good. This is a gem that looks like it might be used to control a creature of some sort. Like it's the remote control.
Like a construct or something?
Yeah, like something like that.
And he's telling us this as he goes.
I relay this information as I go.
Well, only a jewel can tame the frog. So.
Ooh, Garathor. Look at the big brains on you. Who wants to hold this? It's too much responsibility for me.
I'll take it.
Iranae, here you go.
Slide it into a pouch. Alright, so that's one item knocked off the to-do list.
DM question. The mystery stairwell, and the well in the hidden room, were those in the second ring? Those were not on the main floor?
You haven't checked yet.
Well, oh yeah,
Oh,
we
that's right.
found the secret door in the alternate tomb.
Right, because we still got those 3 zombie heads.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we got to do something. What are you guys thinking?
Well, we got the zombies over there. What do you guys make of that?
Well, so in the other ring, there was the empty hallway. Looked like a chariot of some kind. So I'm imagining that these 3 zombies are somehow connected to... Oh, and the gate opens from the inside. So I'm guessing these 3 zombies somehow will push through that gate of some kind, connected to some kind of cart. That's all like I can tell you, though. I don't...
Do you have a plan?
Nope, 0. There's also a big old... iron, or it's like a copper big like shield or something with writing, but I couldn't make out the writing. It was too far back there.
I was on the alternate side.
I was on the alternate side, yeah.
So we use the zombies to activate a lever of some kind.
Maybe we
To open something?
reveal ourselves. If they try and follow, then they would move the gate in some way.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you just put an axe through their head, Garathor.
We can try that out too. I don't have an axe anymore, but I've got this handy base.
That'll do.
Good for
Also,
bashing.
if you guys see any kind of axe, please let me know. I will give you a lot of gold for it.
Garathor, you don't have any gold. It all got rustified.
Wait, did I lose all my gold too?
It's metal, isn't it?
Oh, fuck
It's like
me.
the only thing of value you're carrying, bud, is your loincloth.
My loincloth. Oh my god, that was 200 gold. Fuck you. Now, copper's not magnetic, so do I still have my copper pieces?
It doesn't matter actually for the metal.
I think you're just making up science for the sake of screwing with us. I will make my way out to the hallway. Like, all right, guys, let's go take a look at these zombies. I think we should see what's going on. Seems like they're locked into place of some kind. So let's go take a look.
Silky's still asleep on the floor.
And we don't disturb her.
Wait, are we gonna leave Silky?
I think we should let her nap for a bit.
It says right here, Luke, just so you know, a magical field around the statue attracts metal objects of any kind, not just ferrous metal. So apparently that's the kind of metal that attracts. It's ferrous.
Fuck you, Matt Mercer.
ERR.
Fuck you, Chris Perkins.
Chris Perkins was sitting there and he was like, I know someone's gonna make a big deal about
Right,
ferrous metals.
It's all right. Hopefully we don't like find the market down here. Garathor would be really
Right? No! This guy's selling axes. He's like selling magic axes.
I'm just overstocked. I'm letting them go for 100 gold pieces.
It's like every Resident Evil game. It's like, why is this guy down here in this dungeon selling me shit? Like,
It's a good place to make a profit. All right, where are you guys going?
We're leaving Silky. I'm gonna ritual cast alarm at the doorway so it will alert me if anything enters the room, so we can head back.
All right.
Just like right where my token is, I suppose.
Okay. You successfully do that.
Just making it clear, I'm hoping I'm getting a short rest out of this.
Sure.
Beautiful.
And we're heading towards the zombies.
That we are.
All right.
how about you two? Stay a little further back. I'll go up there, just in case they start freaking out or something.
Yeah, as you start to make your way around the corner, the zombies do indeed notice you, and they start kind of snarling, and they're biting on this metal rod that's like been put in their mouth, and they have all this headgear on and stuff. And 3 holes in the wall with just the zombie heads.
I will make my way a little closer to them. I'm guessing they're just snarling louder and louder.
Yep.
I will just swing my mace at one of their faces.
All right. The nearest one, there's 3 holes.
Yeah, the nearest one to me.
All right. You just auto crit. Bam! Smack his head. Go ahead and roll damage.
Well, if it's auto crit, right. So that would be 15 damage.
Okay. Oh. No. All right. That zombie just dies right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Guys, did you see that?
The other 2 zombies kind of look over.
I would like to push that zombie's head backwards through the hole and see if I can like peer through it and see what I can see.
You can kind of push it to the side, but it's still, his whole head is like anchored by metal behind it.
Oh, it's anchored into the door. I thought it was like it had like a chomping bit or something like that.
It had a chomping bit, but it also goes all the way around its head.
So I can't push its head through.
Yeah, you're pushing it and it's just rattling metal. The metal seems to be like hanging from behind it and going down.
Right.
It's got, like spider web chains coming from all over. You can kind of push it aside though and look in a little bit.
What's up, Iranae?
Pull on the bit. See if like.
I will pull on the bit.
You pull on the bit and it's like, tunk. It's like a tough pull. Nothing seems to move.
Do you want me to kill the other 2 or what?
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm just gonna walk past them if I can.
Okay. They just snarl at you.
And I'd like to go over to this wall and investigate if there's anything behind that wall like there was in the other tomb.
It's not shimmery like the other mirror tomb. It looks like a normal wall.
Can I like push on it, see if it's like a...
Your hand just passes right through the stone.
Oh, guys, it's here too. It's still here.
As far as the zombie equation goes, Alastor taking in all the information, what's on the other side, what's on this side, does it seem like the zombies are a critical piece to solving the puzzle? Or if they were disposed, do you think that would advance our mission further?
I would say it seems pretty obvious that the zombies are a part of the equation to Alastor.
All right.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too.
Yeah, don't kill the other two zombies. I think we gotta somehow get them working for us.
I'll go stand in front of him and go, ooga booga!
Yeah, make them mad.
I'm going to make him mad. Ooga booga!
You show them a funny face, Garathor.
They snarl, and it looks like they're trying to get towards you, like out of this thing. And yeah, nothing's happening.
Can we let them out?
I'll try to lift the door, but it seems like it's probably still the same.
The door is stuck.
Can we lift the door on the other side?
Like reaching through the hole?
I was kind of asking my party.
Oh no, on the other side, I could see in it. There was no zombies on the other side.
Can we get into the room on the other side somehow?
We couldn't. There was some kind of lever and mechanism that it looked like it had to be pushed from their side. So like we need to somehow get the zombies to push this thing open for us. I think.
They're locked in the place.
But they're locked in a place, and now I'm confused.
And we can't see in the room.
Oh,
with the zombies currently there.
Do you have any kind of sunlight spell, bro?
I don't.
Can I light a torch and wave it in front of the zombie's face?
Torch goes up. Woof, woof. The zombies like look left and right, and they just go back to growling and snarling.
Guys, maybe we could try to get sunlight in here somewhere, somehow.
If I had to guess, the sunlight component was from that previous room that got filled with wine.
Wait, why don't we try that jewel and try to have it control the zombies and tell them to push forward?
Might be worth a try.
I'll hold the jewel out and focus on it.
You just focus on the zombies.
Yeah, like being like,
make an intelligence check.
Are you smart enough to feel dumb about that plan?
13. You try for a good 30 seconds and you're like, ah! You're not sure if you're not like using enough willpower and it would work, or if it just doesn't work.
Do we need to try to open this room from the other side or do something on the other side to get these zombies working for us on this side?
I don't know. I think we should probably move past it, though. Because I
just be done with it?
I mean, the dead abhor the sunlight. It's the only one I can
that
think of.
was the wine. It wasn't until the sunlight touched the interior of the coffin that the wine filled.
All right. But it's not sunlight. It's a light fixture, right?
Artificial sunlight. I'm not there.
Magical sunlight, I believe.
Let's check out the well room.
All right. I will come over here and I will walk through the wall.
Oof. There is indeed a well. I'm assuming all three of you are going through? You guys kind of crowd into this little room. There is a well, and it is filled with water. It's about 3 or 4 feet high, and it's just got water in it, just hanging out.
And it was empty on the other side, right?
There's a wall there as well.
No, I'm saying on the other tomb. The
right.
well was
Oh,
empty,
yes.
right?
Yep. Yes. Correct.
I will push through and see if I can push through this wall again, just like on the other side.
Yep. Whoop. Whoop. Right through.
I will go investigate up to here, see what I can see.
You see to the north. Did that reveal? Yeah. There's a door.
There's a door, and then to
10 feet away.
And then to the west, is that a door as well?
Another door. Yep.
I'm gonna open it.
Which one?
I'm gonna go north. And I'm going to very carefully and cautiously, and using my danger sense.
This door is locked.
I will then go to the west.
Okay. This door is also locked.
And it's made of stone, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got 2 locked doors.
I'd pick it, but I don't have thieves' tools anymore.
Do there appear to be standard locks, like, on these doors?
Yeah, they don't look terribly complicated, actually. And yeah, they are a padlock outside of the door.
Oh, I'd like to swing my mace at the padlock.
Which one?
The one to the north.
Okay. Roll, not to hit. Roll damage. Roll to hit. Well, see how solid the hit is. Oh,
At 20.
All right, go ahead and roll crit damage. Actually, I mean, you can roll it for fun, but the lock just smashes into 1,000 pieces.
This bitch up.
And you hear something that was now, you realize, was a drone sound of like clanking metal and kind of just busybodies. All of a sudden, quiet.
I think I have just counter-stirred something. There was something stirring, and it no longer is.
Well, you can't not open the door now.
I kick it open with the fury of 1,000 mighty lads. But I...
Ghost style.
Thank you for keeping Ghost alive.
1,000 mighty lads. Oh, God.
Your lease is up, guys.
Garathor, in front of you. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomb dwarfs.
What are tomb dwarfs?
We're about to find out. It's only 7 of them, don't worry.
What, do they just live here?
Oh, what is that one up top?
Come get
No.
Silky.
Oh, so they don't look... Question.
These, like,
Question.
really hulking, burly-looking guys. They all have axes.
They're holding axes! Okay!
And they have almost seemingly like strapped to their face, like unnaturally, like it's like bound to their head almost, these green devil face masks. And they all just whip over. They seem like they were kind of already looking and waiting for something there. But they whip their heads over, and in the very back of this room, you see someone else in like dark, raggedy clothes. It doesn't look anything like a Serac, but someone who's in this, he's got this mask on and is in the back of the room. This whole room, as you just barely have like 2 seconds to survey it, there's all these giant like chains and weapons and metal and just like shit all over the walls. This is definitely a forge if you've ever seen one. It seems like they're building something currently. And I need you to tell me what you're doing. Actually, I need you to roll initiative. All 3 of you.
Fuck.
Oh, Silky is dreaming about chasing butterflies.
Oh my gosh.
I got another net.
Well, I'm gonna go get some water. Good luck, guys. I'll be back in a second.
Holy shit, you guys.
5.
Before we start this battle, let's take a 5-minute break.
Yes. We need to sit down and think about our actions.
You guys are 5.
Back in 5.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Emerald Dragon, where chaos ensues. We are down in the mines, and I have just got us into quite the pickle. But, you know, it's the Tomb of Annihilation, and if Annihilation isn't happening, then we're not tombing it right. Will we survive? Will these
No.
adventurers meet their fate? Only time will tell, and may the dice ever tell the story.
You know-
And with-
Sorry,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Paul. Go ahead, Paul.
I was gonna jump us right back in. Go ahead if you want to say something.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I like that you go with "May the dice tell the story" because most people would say "May the dice be in your favor," and you're just like, "Nah, fuck that."
They
That's
tell
like
the story.
Hunger Games, right? Something.
Right. May the odds ever be in your favor. But no.
In the back of the room, you see a guy with a white skull mask and kind of wisps of hair and this rags and like chains around him and this giant skull. He looks right at you, Garathor, and looks to his compatriots around the room and says, "Kill him!" Your first act.
Hey, every
my
stranger is a new friend, potentially.
He meant kill him like he wants a love-in relationship with you. He wants a friendship.
Run.
Kill him like a friend.
I am going to look back. Be like, we run, right?
1, 2, 3.
And then I yell, "Tooth and tail!" And I throw Tooth and tail. And meanwhile, I rage. And I see these axes in their hands. And I want this axe so bad. I immediately go into a frenzy.
So this is giant crocodile you're using?
Giant croco.
All right, this is your last use, right?
Oh, yes.
Let's do it. Where do you throw it? About.
I'm going to try to throw it to the middle left of the room, trying to trap these two guys underneath of it.
Okay. You've seen this thing work before. You're pretty sure it'll expand out and they'll like get knocked back.
No, I'm gonna try to throw it up above them and then yell, "Tooth and tail!"
Quick, drop an alligator on their head.
Rock all over again.
Well, I always forget how big this token is until I drop it. It's like massive. All right, I will let two of them make a dex saving throw. Happy, Luke?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
7 and 8. I will say they are knocked prone.
Okay. I am going to sprint into the fray.
Well, if you can walk around like over the tables, but you can barely get to that spot.
Okay, well, I will then just stand right here.
Okay, you can get to that spot though if you want.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna go right there.
You just have
And
to go.
I'm going to hit this top guy above me first with my mace.
Critical
Or a
hit.
crit.
Jesus. Way to make an entrance, Garathor. Kicks open the door, kill him, throws a crocodile, runs around them, and then critical hits the first guy.
Dude, what did you say? 1,000 lads?
The
force of 1,000 mighty lads.
Mighty, yeah, dude. There it is. Why haven't you been calling on the mighty lads this whole time?
So we will go with holy shit. So that's that already added the crit in. Okay, so that is 15 plus 2, so that's 17 damage. And I will use one of the.
You feel like that was a very hefty hit into this guy. Like part of its armor cracks, and like his left arm kind of goes numb.
Okay. I will swing at him one more time. For 20.
That's a hit.
And that is going to be 13 more damage.
All right. You smash this guy, and the second hit hits him right in his green helmet, which shatters, and he falls to the ground, unconscious.
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
I will then take my mace, which has just come off of his head, and just turn around and smack the guy right behind me.
You already attacked
Frenzied.
twice.
I
You're
frenzied.
frenzied?
I frenzied.
Holy Okay, dude. Wow. This is serious.
1,000 mighty laughs.
That's a hit.
17.
Jesus, Garathor.
And that is 11.
All right, another smack into this tomb dwarf, and he like taken aback all of a sudden by you just killed his friend too.
Man, if Silky was here, I would totally use a point for my mace to like make him go running back into that room and get beat the shit out of. But I've got Iranae and Alastor, so it's really not the best idea to frighten him. So I will not.
All right.
But that is that guy, and then giant crocodile. Sorry, I forgot to pull this up. I believe he has 85 hit points and 2 attacks, though. He does. Okay. Makes 2 attacks, 1 bite, 1 tail. So we are going to bite this guy above.
Okay.
And that will be 19.
That's a hit.
All right, and that is going to be 3d10 plus 5. So that's 25 damage to the guy above.
Insta kill.
Wow.
And then I'm going to
Wait. Yeah. Insta kill.
And since me and this crocodile are like connected, and Moa is just in the back, just like trying to tell me what to do, but like Moa's actually kind of shocked and it's like really quiet, just like watching. Moa's just in my head like, wait, what? who did I possess?
Make sure to be kind to them.
Is it possible for me to use the crocodile tail to attack this guy right here?
Yeah.
Okay. That will be another d20 plus 8. So that's 15.
That's a hit.
All right, and the tail is going to be 2d8 plus 5. So 15 more damage.
That's a kill.
Wow. Okay, weaker than I thought.
Wait. So as this one falls to the ground like dead, you see this guy up at the top of the room, like see him fall, and he clutches this black skull amulet in his chest and it's like, get back up, you fool. And you see like this undead like energy kind of convulse through him and he gets back up.
I look at him like, sucker. But is he knocked prone or no?
He is knocked prone.
Okay, perfect. And that will end my turn, guys.
All right.
Holy shit!
That is quite the fucking entrance, man. Iranae.
All right. So I would like to use, or first ask a question. I will move here, and I will use my bonus action to hide. And as I just barely peek around this door while hidden, does this guy up here look like he's paying any attention to the door, or is he a bit caught up in this chaos going on with the guy that
I
just
would say
burst
he's
into
not
the-
paying attention to the door right now.
Excellent! Then I would like to make an attack with my longbow against this guy right here.
Go for it. You have advantage. Wait, what? You have to roll stealth, right?
Yes, I do have to roll stealth.
And I will roll his perception. Natural 20.
No.
He still fails with the natural 20.
This is like
Wow.
the first successful stealth roll I've had this entire campaign. Oh my god.
Yeah.
1,000 mighty lads.
Attacks always hit and miss on a 20 and a 1, but you can still fail with a natural 20 on ability checks. So that is a failed nat 20, guys.
All
Iranae
right.
is too stealthy.
Bro, did you emote my face?
So that would be a 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that would be 12 points of damage, plus an additional 4d6 from sneak attack. For an additional 21, that will be 33 points of damage to the guy in the back.
Yeet.
Yeet indeed.
Get yeeted. You keep sleeping, Silky.
All right.
I'm dreaming.
Does that end your turn, Iranae?
I will then, having revealed myself with the attack, I'll use my remaining 5, 10, I'll reuse my remaining 20 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20 to move right here.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Holy shit. Like, as a DM, I don't know what to do. I'm assuming you guys have no idea what to do with this giant crocodile and this raging barbarian. Yeah, they're gonna still follow commands, and they're gonna try to. I guess this one will come here. These two are gonna try to get around Garathor. All right.
I don't have to go anywhere. That's awesome.
Yes, come to me. So one attack versus the crocodile. This is a multi-attack. 14?
No, not a hit.
What?
Wait, no, the armor class is 14. I'm not the DM.
That's a hit.
I'm not the DM. Damn it.
No. So that is
15 points of damage.
15 points of slashing damage. Now the other 4 are all going to attack you, Garathor. That's 8 attacks.
Oh, bring it fucking on. 13 is the AC. I used to have a shield, but it got stolen from me.
Oh, there we go. All right. Here is 4. Guess these have to be. 1. Only 2 hits.
2 hits.
5 and 3, so 8 damage. But then
Halved.
all 4 of them simultaneously reach out their hand with this black energy at you.
Mm-hmm. I'm intrigued.
That
Those all hit.
So 8, 12, 7, 19, 26. Got it. Got it.
And your hit points maximum is reduced by 26.
He gets to make a con save.
Yes. 4
Yes,
con
wait,
saves.
Good luck,
it's a
buddy.
DC 13. You can do this.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second, guys. I literally don't have my player's handbook on me.
You don't get advantage on con saves.
It's not con. It's only strength saves and checks. Okay.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
So the first one, that's a save. Save. 13 is a save. Oh!
Yes!
Oh my god.
No, he does not get his hit points reduced.
Attack
All right.
the mighty lads.
Garathor, I have no idea what is happening right now, but you are fucking
Gods are
Gryffindor.
good
All right.
call, Brad.
One more.
So he's gonna attack the alligator, right? He's gonna avoid Garathor.
Wow.
Glad I decided to actually get the wine.
Dude, what if you said 100 mighty lads?
I wouldn't.
Wouldn't have been good.
I'd be missing 26 hit points, bro.
Ah.
Okay.
Silky is dreaming of eating Garathor's delicious cooking and all their friends sitting around a campfire singing songs together.
Don't worry, I left actually a thing of porridge right next to your face, so you actually are smelling it as you're
Aw.
sleeping. You're having very happy dreams.
Yep. Just gonna have a hell of a hangover.
And meanwhile, there's like all these ration packs just like scattered around your face, like a drunk person passed out on a kitchen floor.
Oh, she ate the wrappers.
I'm trying to imagine eating an MRE drunk. And like it'd be hard.
It'd be so hard.
You
Like-
end up just not heating it
Add
up. You
the
end up eating
water.
everything cold. No, I've done it. You end up just eating everything cold.
Oh well, yeah. But like,
Then finding a nice comfy stairwell to pass out.
So this guy, on his turn, he reaches out his hands, and off of his like terrible raggedy clothes come all of these hands that are just crawling. These like disembodied hands that begin crawling on the ground like in this swarm. There's about 20 of them, and they come right at you.
is this a literal swarm of hands?
The swarm of crawling claws.
Too handsy.
This is like Flurry of Blows, but the bad rapey kind.
No means no.
Right?
No
And-
square.
And yes means anal.
Whoa.
Brett,
What?
Luke.
Sorry,
Luke. No square.
that's a hit.
22. Yeah. 22 is a hit, right?
Yes.
Whoa, rude.
So these hands come up to you and they kind of begin building on each other and form this like big claw, and it rakes you. 4d8. Oh my god, that sucked. 11 damage. And you need to make a strength check.
Check.
Yes.
Not a saving throw.
No, saving throw. Yep. I guess you have advantage on that. 18's a save. All right. These hands kind of come around. They try to grasp you and hold you, but you just shake it off.
I know. I
The
flex.
guy's like, ah! He
I just
seems
flex.
pissed.
I flex. I'm frenzied. Like it looks like I've taken so many steroids right now. That like I like almost double in size just by like flexing.
Bro,
That
nice
was-
pump, bro.
But just don't flex out, but pump, bro.
My first instinct is to run back and notify Lieutenant Silky to come join the battle. I take one step in that direction, and then I hesitate and say, "Damn it, Lieutenant, we need you for this." And I run back into this open doorway right here. And I will go right here. Let me see. One sec. I want to check some movement. I am 60 feet. I'm within counterspell range of that guy. I want to blast this first fellow here with a firebolt.
All right.
It's an 11 to hit.
That is a hit.
You're joking, right?
He has an 8 armor class.
So the
8?
idea is that these the
I don't
idea-
know how.
10 is the minimum.
It says he's wearing studded leather armor, and he has +2 dex. Huh?
Hey.
It's going to be 9 fire damage.
All right. You said the one right under Garathor, right?
Just, no, this guy right
okay.
in front.
Right.
Direct line.
Yeah. It gives like a huge singe mark on the side of his body. His leather armor starts on fire a little bit. He's got to pat it out.
I shake my handlebar mustache and lament my missing lieutenant, and that'll be my turn.
All right. Garathor.
I will reach upon my back, grab a staff, and throw it as far as I can towards Mr. Guy in the corner. I'm going to yell, "Fang!"
Okay, now you do have control.
Yeah, no, I got it. I
Okay.
did get it. Yeah,
You
no,
can-
I
you
did
can-
get it this time. But I'm still going to throw it over towards the
Oh
guy in
my
the corner.
god,
and
look
yell,
at this room.
Oh, why am I asleep?
Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that.
Hi, Luke's roommate.
I am going to yell, "Fang, get the python out," and I'd like the python to try to grapple Mr. Withers.
Right? Yes. Excellent. That is a miss.
That is going to be a miss. All right. I am going to
What is its bonus though? Like
+8.
still a miss, but it's
Yeah,
close.
I figured. I'm going to bash this guy behind me in the face. Oh,
It was an action to use the staff, correct?
correct.
So you can't bash. No bashing this turn.
No bashing.
No bashing.
What about my frenzy attack though?
Nope. That's only when you take the attack action, right?
So I have to take the attack action. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Crocodile then will attack this guy right here with his bite, and that is 16.
That's a hit.
And that is gonna be that's 16 damage to him.
3d10 plus
Plus
5.
5.
Okay. He's dead. He is chomped. He is in the crocodile's mouth, being eaten. He's like, ah! And you see him disappear in the crocodile's mouth.
And then I will attack this guy right here with his other tail swoopity doopity. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong dice. That's for 14.
That's a hit.
And that is going to be 2d8 plus 5 for 11 damage.
All right, he's still standing. Ah! Gets hit by tail. Now it is the constrictor snake's turn.
Constrictor snake already missed its grapple on
Okay, right.
Mr. Withers.
Iranae.
All right. I would like to use my bonus action to dash.
Okay.
And moving along the side of the room, move to right here, provoking an attack of opportunity from this dude.
Okay. Are you like running along the crocodile's back?
Yeah, basically.
Absolute Legolas shit.
Fucking awesome. He does not get multi-attack. However, he is going to use life drain. Ah! 5! Critical miss!
Not today! As I'm like running down the crocodile's snout, I just do a nice little flip right over his head. He misses completely. And then I'm gonna whack this guy with my Staff of Striking.
All right.
Only an 11 to hit.
That is a miss.
All right, that is my turn.
Okay. Tomb Dwarves. Oh, wow. One is going to attack the constrictor snake, that upper one, trying to protect Withers. Mr. Withers.
Mr. Carl Withers.
Getting too old for this shit.
That's definitely Danny.
Oh, yeah, Danny Glover.
That's Danny Glover.
Carl Withers.
Carl Withers.
Whoops.
Carl Withers is the black guy in Predator.
Right, yeah. 22 and 18. So that is 2 hits. Your snake has to make a DC 13 con save. Not that it really matters, but
The snake is making a con save.
yes.
Okay.
I don't think it really matters. Oh, it's a fail. But your snake is reduced maximum hit points 8. Actually, let me write that down just in case. I'm not sure if that stays in the wand.
Right.
If it's refreshed
Right.
every time. I think it is refreshed every time, actually. So, either way, 16 damage.
Copy.
1, 2, 3. So 3 attacks on you. 3 battle axes. 1, 2, 3. 1 hit, 6 damage. God, that's weak.
So 3 damage.
And 3 life drain attacks. The 11 is a miss, right?
Yep.
So the 20, make a DC 13 con save.
Hold on a second. Doing lots of math on 2 character sheets. Con save.
That's a success. All right, you still take 8 points of necrotic.
Yeet.
Not reduced. And then the hand takes a smash at you.
13's a hit.
17, yeah. Ten force damage.
Force damage?
Force.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
And then make a strength save again. That's a save. You're good to go. All right. Withers is going to survey the situation. Look left, look right at the constrictor, look at Iranae. We will meet again. And he grabs his amulet and poof, a black cloud of smoke. Withers is gone. Damn it. Also the crawling claws also disappear with him.
Counterspell?
Was it a spell? Would I have seen it? Could I block it?
You reach out to try to just like counterspell it or even attempt, and it is a ability of the amulet, unfortunately.
Right, fair enough.
It does not cast a teleport spell. So yeah, as you're trying to sense, like, can I block this? It just reaches nothing. Okay, that brings us to Alastor's turn, though.
Firebolt, the one on just below Garathor. 11.
That's a hit. Apparently they have AC of 8. I don't know how.
12 fire damage.
This time, this is the one that's only at 1 hit point that got back up. And this time he burns to death, and he looks back for his master to, like, bring him back up and realizes that he's not there and just scorches on the ground to a pile of ash.
I take my wand. Yeah, holster that.
All right, Garathor.
All right. First things first, I would like my boa constrictor to try to grapple this guy right here.
That's a hit.
So I just DM, I want you to just kind of hear me out. We're gonna start with the fact that he's grappled.
Okay.
And then I would like for my crocodile to use his tail whip on this guy. Just not gonna do it. Well, buckets, that changes my plan. Would you allow my crocodile to grapple this
The same one?
the same guy with his mouth if it's successful?
Sure, why not? We'll say that one was the tail.
So that's 13, which is a hit.
That's a hit.
Hey, wait, technically that that natural ones are always fails no matter what, right?
Right. 1s and 20s for attack rolls.
Okay. Now, if you would allow Garathor to do some acrobatics and some stuff, if they're both grappled, that means I would auto crit, right?
No, you need to restrain them, actually.
Oh no, so the boa constrictor he'd be completely restrained.
I don't think they auto quit. Auto quit.
All right, never mind then. So we'll just do the damage for the. We'll just do damages. Okay, so we're gonna go with.
You have advantage on the attack.
Oh, I was just trying to go for some auto crit action.
Well, you can just add up all the damage you're about to do and do whatever you want.
Okay. Now last question, DM.
Yeah.
There's some dead tomb dwarves. Are these great axes that they were holding?
They are battle axes.
Battle axes. I forget the damage on a battle axe.
How much damage did your constrictor snake and giant crocodile do?
Well, I'm gonna go do that now. I was trying to do some ridiculously fancy bullshit, but we'll leave it at rest. So the constrictor on the guy right that he's constricted is 2d8 plus 4. So that's going to be 11 damage to this guy.
Okay.
Crocodile bite, sorry, is going to be 3d10 plus 5. So that's 26 to this guy.
How do they want to do this?
So the constrictor just squeezes the fucking shit out of it, and the head and the mask just pops straight off. Like it's still in the air. Meanwhile, the crocodile swings its tail and somehow misses, but does like a whole 360, and its mouth catches this dwarf and just crunches all of it. Like this guy disappears. And I am now looking over at this guy. Again, so these battle axes in 5e. Would you allow me to grab this battle axe and use it this turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get this smirk on my face, and I look down at this battle axe at my feet, and I've still got my mace in my hand, but I just reach down and I grab this axe and I look at this guy in the face, and I'm going to swing at him recklessly.
The guy above you, or
the guy next to me first?
Okay.
And while I'm swinging, I'm going to be making eye contact with the guy above me while I recklessly swing. And so that's...
Crit.
I'm going to crit him.
I have never seen a battle like this.
All right,
Awesome lads.
so 1d8 plus 7. So that's 14. So 16 damage. No, sorry. 1d8 plus 7. 15. That's 23 damage from that crit into his face.
How do you want to do that one?
I cleave his head off, and I look over at the guy above me, and I'm going to recklessly swing again.
He has 11 HP, just so you know.
Oh, okay, so that's an 18. And that's going to be another 14, so 16 more damage. And I'm going to swing it into his neck and then pull him in real close and just stare at him. Thanks for the axes.
Yeah. He just gives up his last breath of air and dies. Boom.
I'm going to very, very sadly walk over to my crocodile. I'm going to grab him by the chin. I'm going to give him some really nice rubs. I'm going to give him some really nice, gum massages. I'm going to grab him right around the top of where his ears should be. Rub it. I'm going to give him the biggest hug for the fact that he is giant and I'm, 5'4". I'm going to give him the biggest hug I can. And I'm going to start shedding tears and weeping. I'm going to start weeping. And this is like the weeping for like my lost brother, for my dad who's dying, for the fact that I'm stuck in this tomb. And I'm going to whisper, "You've been so good to me. Maybe someday I can return it to the favor. I love you. Tooth and tail."
You find in your hand, as you look down, soapstone ivory crocodile figure, and it's got a crack down the middle.
I will stick it very securely in my loincloth.
There it is.
And then I'll yell, and I'll look over to the corner, and I'm gonna yell "coil," and I will retrieve my staff.
All right.
Garathor, that was amazing.
What the fuck was that?
I realized I really could have gotten us killed there, so I used everything I had inside of me. But that was pretty fucking awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I would like to survey the room, gather all of the axes, lay them on tables, examine the room for any bigger axes in this forge. Potentially looking to forge an axe.
Looking for loot.
Loot.
Keys, treasure.
You guys survey this room. There is more weapons and equipment than you have ever seen
there's piles in the corner of armor and weapons. There is weapons all over the wall. There are all these crazy things that your characters have never seen before. I'm going to give you guys a 5-minute break, but what you can do is go into the player's handbook, and anything that is in there under weapons, armor, or equipment, you can take and you can find in this room.
Get me a staff.
I'm just assuming that you go get Silky and bring her back, one of you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's
So take 5 minutes and take whatever your character can carry and whatever you want out of the player's handbook.
You know I can carry 300 pounds, right? And I just lost a lot of stuff.
Are we talking 5 minutes off stream, or 5 minutes like you're gonna dip out for a few, Paul, or what?
It's totally up to you guys, whatever. I just assume you need a little bit of time.
We could keep the stream going, get some
Yeah, I'm
Everyone,
down.
pull out your player's handbook.
Yeah, I need to go find my
No
player.
kidding.
I'll be right back, but keep the stream on.
Silky, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. Are you still drunk?
No, why does my head hurt?
That's what happens when you party too hard.
Party?
Yes, Silky, you drank more than anyone.
Oh, the light.
And we're on the clock here, Silky. All right, that's a very bad rule
Alastor.
to be breaking. Okay, you
Alastor,
signed your name on the code of conduct, Silky.
I didn't have a choice. It was either death or drown. Could you please yell at me quieter?
God damn it, Silky.
Thank you.
You really have to. Anyways, we'll talk about this later when we're out of the tomb.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So while you were sleeping, nothing particularly interesting happened. But we did find a cool room. It's moderately interesting, I suppose. I think you're going to want to come see this, okay?
Okay.
All right, follow me.
Okay. Oh my god! So many weapons! Oh my god.
Yo, I gifted my player handbook, so I gotta look online.
Who'd you gift it to?
Yeah, I actually gave it to our buddy Jay. Yeah, we gotta play D&D with him sometime.
Now, what is the best monk weapon?
Yo, chat, what weapons should we get?
Spear. I've already got a spear. At this point, my fists are better. Haha. I might get a new spear though, because the one I've got is.
I'm a goddamn wizard. I don't even need anything. I'm magic. I can hold on to some stuff for you guys. Does D&D Beyond have a full equipment list? Sweet.
We can't hear you, Paul.
Oh, I was just going to say, you guys can also find whatever you want on the Adventuring Gear page.
Page 149.
Caltrops?
We might need more.
Except, if any of you guys are really looking for a spyglass, there's only one. Only one spyglass. Okay, there's not 1,000 spyglasses in here.
DM, I'm guessing there's all sorts of awesome like backpacks and such. Right. Okay.
Backpacks.
I mean, there's not really that many. I guess I'll take a crossbow.
This is gonna get a little crazy, guys. I just want you to know.
You have to equip for 1,000 mighty lads.
I could equip 1,000 mighty lads right now.
I assume
my
I can
God.
find arrows in here.
How big is a net?
That's like a weighted net that you throw and try to capture someone in.
How big is it?
That's what I'm saying. How big is it?
Luke, if you don't mind, Silky's gonna take her whip back.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
DM, is there going to be acid, alchemist fire, and antitoxin?
Yeah.
Might pick up a few flasks of alchemist fire.
Okay, I'm gonna need to write this down.
Get some ball bearings. Sounds pretty good.
Ooh, can I have a blowgun?
Anything. You said anything.
Oh, I can't use a blowgun.
All right, so I'm gonna grab 3 great axes.
I would say it's a 5-foot square, the net. 5-foot square area.
Garathor, there's glass bottles.
Man, this is again. I have a very high carrying weight, and I lost a lot of stuff, so that means my carrying weight is. I can carry 300 pounds, and let me tell you,
Get some caltrops.
bro, I've got 3 lances. I've got 2 halberds. I got 3 great axes. A
I'm just
trident. Why the
picturing-
fuck not?
Picturing Garathor wearing like a flail as a belt. Like...
Well,
Oh,
I
there's
have a-
clothes. There's clothes in here. Iranae.
I do have a question. Since Silky doesn't really use weapons that much, is there anything else that kind of looks unique or funky in here that she might be interested in, or is it just weaponry this time
Whoa,
around?
check out the equipment
Equipment page.
and adventuring gear.
So
Oh, equipment and adventuring gear?
I'm actually gonna grab like
Ow!
I'm gonna grab like 6
Yeah.
whips, and I'm gonna use the whips to tie all these weapons to myself.
Okay. Yeah. You can't have all these weapons ready, Garathor.
I know, but I'm not gonna be missing a great axe ever again or other weapons.
That's fine.
I'm going to shop the racks as if this is like a Nordstrom rack and get some fine clothes replacements.
And we already agreed there's
I-
arrows in there, right?
Well, I'm guessing
Tons of
adventuring the adventuring gear. I'm guessing potion of healing. You're not allowing that to be in there.
I will say there is 10 potions of healing.
Shit.
We'll say 2 vials of acid.
Who's got the acid? Who's gonna take it?
I'll take the
I've
acid.
already got a bunch of acid in my backpack.
Bro.
And we'll say 2 alchemist fire.
Alright, I got the 2 alchemist fires.
We should probably distribute the health potions.
I'll take 2.
There.
Or no, I'll take 1. You guys can all have 3.
Yeah, that will. Okay. If you want holy water, there's like 3 vials of holy water. There is holy symbols as well. They look like they're from Dead Adventures.
How many are there?
20.
I'll grab all of them.
Okay.
Yo,
Oh, God.
somebody get holy water though. Against undead or fiends, it's
I'll take holy water.
2d6 radiant.
How many? There was 2 holy waters,
Uh,
or just 1?
I think I said 3.
3. I'll take 1.
I said
I'll
2 or
take-
3. We'll say 3.
I'll take 2.
Iranae, you can get fishing tackle.
What kind of rations are we talking about?
There's tons of rations. Rations stay good. There's like jerky.
Okay. So I'll grab all of the meats and all of the dried meats out of these rations. I'm gonna rip them open, so it's mostly.
We'll say yeah. I guess there would be a limited amount just because they eventually go bad. Like the 1,000-year-old rations aren't still edible.
What are caltrops?
Guys, there's a sprig of mistletoe in here. Just letting you know.
Caltrops are like the spiky
Close.
things that you drop.
Ooh.
It's like what they blow out car tires with, you know?
Can I have some of those? Is there like 1 pack of those?
Yeah, there's as many as those as you want.
I take 50.
How many antitoxins are there?
We'll say 3 antitoxins.
I'll take 1.
Is there an hourglass and a magnifying glass?
There are both of those things.
Sweet.
Is there a bell? I kind of want a bell.
There's lots of bells of all shapes and sizes, whatever you want.
Dude, everyone grab a bell in case you need, if you're under duress, you ring the bell and you're
I
separated
take-
from the group.
I take 3 bells.
I got a bell too.
Oh, we need some grappling hooks, guys.
Is there grappling hooks?
I'm grabbing a few.
Oh, there's climbers kits. Iranae, there's clothes. We probably already did that, didn't we?
I get clothes.
There's some
definitely,
perfume. Here you go, Silky.
I'm going to.
Ooh.
I am going to put on some dry socks.
Dry socks, yep.
I'm definitely going to grab some dry socks.
I'm going to grab
Silky.
a few extra pairs of dry socks.
Silky is gonna look for a dress, like a pretty dress with like flowers on it, like maybe something that would fit a halfling if there is one. Maybe she just wants a dress.
I'm gonna make you roll for that one.
Oh,
That's not on the.
I know it's
list.
probably not, but it's clothing.
I will give you. Let's roll a D100. If you roll over 68,
68. What about 69?
higher than the 68.
Okay, cool. Oh,
No pretty dresses in the Tomb of Annihilation.
they're ugly dresses.
There are no dresses.
Oh, I put on a shirt again.
I'm going to grab some soap.
There is soap.
Oh, there's
Ooh.
a signal whistle. That'd probably be more effective than a bell.
I'm gonna grab some manacles.
Everyone grab a whistle.
I'm going to grab a whistle. I'm going to grab like 25 pouches. Gonna fill those with some caltrips, some ball bearings, and everything else.
Ooh, I'm gonna grab some sealing wax.
Is there a merchant scale?
There is. Ah,
Sweet. Never know. Never know. We're gonna need to weigh down here.
I really just want to grab this 10-foot pole just to see a 5. Just so that just to imagine what a 10-foot pole on my back would look like. Like I can't go through a door. I'm like, ah, God.
It's like when the dog tries to carry the stick across like the bridge. This keeps hitting.
There are mirrors in here. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I will grab 3 of those.
Are there hunting traps and locks?
Yeah, get some hunting
Actually,
traps.
hunting traps and locks could be really cool for protecting our backside or for some funky shenanigans.
That's why I'm asking.
What was your question?
Hunting trap and lock. Are
Yep.
there both of those with keys on the lock?
Yep.
Ooh, how many can I have? Just as many as I want?
I'd say there's like 10 locks and with keys, and there's probably like 20 or 30 hunting traps.
Ooh. How many can a
Garathor,
kobold
yeah.
carry?
Garathor, how many?
So you're. This is a lot of math to do right now, but I'm kind of gonna assume that I'm gonna kind of just delete most of my inventory and just like fill it up with everything from this inventory right here. Oh, I need a glaive. Who doesn't?
Well, there's a portable ram. Do you think we'll need that?
I already have one.
You got one of those? Perfect.
Yeah,
I didn't wanna
it
carry
takes 35 pounds though, so
Seemed like it'd be pretty heavy for me to carry, so.
that is we're getting close to my.
Ooh, chalk.
I want to get like
if anybody
a
needs me to carry stuff for them, let me know.
I want to get a
I
few
might.
pouches of ball bearings, if that's cool.
I can carry 5 pouches of ball bearings if you want.
Did someone
I'll
order
hold
grab
on
a
to a
climber's
few.
kit?
No.
Nope.
I climb with my muscles.
I'll take a climber's kit. I'll take 2.
Paul,
Yeah.
I'm more than happy to roll for this. Do I find any thieves' tools?
There's plenty of these tools.
All right.
I'm also gonna grab a pack of thieves' tools.
There's
just
4
in
packs
case.
of thieves tools.
Are there jeweler's tools?
Sure.
Yee! I grabbed some. I grabbed one.
That's perfect, Silky. I can appraise the jewels. You can set them into rings and necklaces.
I'm very good at it.
I believe that.
I'm gonna drop several of these holy symbols.
And I'm
For
assuming
the
there's
first
no
time
rope
in the
dead.
20 minutes you guys have been here, Garathor set something back. What's wrong, Garathor? You feeling okay?
It's actually a little heavy.
All right. Do we need candles and lamps or anything?
Probably. We've got torches, but we're probably running low on
I've got. I'm just re-upping.
Probably torches too.
I'm just taking my explorer's pack and just refilling it.
If we're looking at light sources, we want either hooded lanterns or bullseye lanterns.
They should have.
There's both of them in here.
Yes, that will help make our light less noticeable.
Oh, that's why they are. So bullseye lantern, I'm guessing, is a very focused direct beam of light, and a hooded lantern is illuminating the ground and not expanding it above. And
You got it, bud.
I take ink pens.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize how much the hunting traps weighed. How many of those do you guys want?
How many can we take?
I think I can maybe
said,
carry. I think I can carry 2, maybe. And I'm pushing it right now.
I'll take 1.
Silky probably can't carry it.
Yeah, they're 25 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. I've got. Oh boy.
Did we already talk if there was poison?
Yes, there's 1 vial of poison.
Did someone already grab that?
No.
I take it.
Wow, this is like Christmas.
This is
Dude,
insane.
this is weird.
Yeah.
This is
Dude.
weird. This is why the guy said, "You lucky bastards."
Ooh.
He heard the DM before we did. He was like, "Really? Anything on those pages?" Man, I'm gonna have to drop
Oh wait,
like
there's a
halberd.
spell book?
No spellbook.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to drop like one of these halberds and one of these great axes.
Well, yeah, there'd be an empty spellbook, sure.
Isn't that
so
just called a book?
I think it's special paper and
Sword.
high
Are
quality.
there
A fancy book.
Yeah,
are there any fun books?
there aren't any books.
Okay.
So you're telling me all of my money is gone, like every penny?
Yeah. There is like 183 gold in this room as well. And we'll say 43 silver. So 183 gold, 43 silver, and 750 copper.
Silky doesn't take any of it.
Don't need it.
I'll
Are there any-
split it. Fuck it.
Are there any healer's kits?
You can roll for that one. I will.
What would you like me to do?
I'll say it's 53 or higher.
Is there any Rosnessy flame swords?
No.
My final question for you, Paul. Any studded leather?
Yeah, there's plenty of armor.
Okay, cool.
There's actually enough to do full plate armor if you wanted.
Full plate. Yeah,
Yeah.
a rogue and full plate.
Might interfere with your stealth a little bit.
Would be a disadvantage.
You would look pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to drop this longsword. I'm going to grab a great sword. But I'm not going to use it because I'm not a min-maxer.
Why is 2d6 different than 1d12?
Why is it different?
Minimum is 2.
Minimum is 2 on 2d6. He
wonder if
just learned this for
I
the
wonder
first
if
time.
that-
You know?
Affects the average. I wonder if the average of 2d6 is different than 1d12.
You have a higher average of hitting a 12 on a 1d12, but you have a more median. You're usually going to hit around 7. You have a more medium average with 2d6.
Chat, let us know if this
Is that-
logic
Is
stands
that
up.
true? Like,
I'm
because
pretty positive.
mathematically it should
I'm pretty
be the
positive.
same.
I'm pretty positive
the
that you
same.
have a higher chance of hitting a d12 or a d1, right? There's on a d12 there's no medium. It's the exact same odds for every single number. Whereas when you're rolling 2 d6s, there's higher chances to roll a 7 completely.
Chat, let us know if Luke is right.
I'm going to look into this. You have intrigued me, Luke. I will look into this afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Being
Chat's
the
gonna let us know.
min
Alex.
maxer that I am.
It is slightly better, the odds.
The
for
odds
sure.
are they're a little better.
They're
than me
like
running.
half a percentage better. Yeah, or half a point.
With 2d6s, you have much more higher chances of rolling a 7, whereas with the d12, it's just sporadic as fuck.
Yep. All right.
I have 3 bars of soap.
All right, I am.
Oh, I go to the fine clothes and I just like grab all these like really fancy scarves and shit.
Please roll a d12 for me.
Silky?
Oh no!
Oh, sweet. What happens?
Do we find a lock without a key?
A gorillon shows up.
Yeah, finally that
A gorillon shows up. Guys, you know he's not going to TPK us till a gorillon shows up in this campaign.
That's true.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Are there any like shuriken pop?
I mean, they just in Critical Role they just use those as darts and
Okay.
flavored.
I already
Flavored
have
darts.
those.
Yep,
I'll take some shuriken and leave behind my darts.
they're flavored like watermelon.
All right. Wrapping it up.
Think so.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah, do you want us to read what we picked up?
That's a lot.
Sure.
Not a lot
yeah,
for
why
me.
not? That'll be fun for the chat too.
All right, Alastor got 3 sacks of ball bearings, 2 alchemist fire, 1 hunting trap, 1 bell, 1 crowbar, 3 health potions, 1 hourglass, 1 magnifying glass, 3 extra pairs of dry socks, a full new set of fine clothes, 3 bars of soap, a signal whistle, and a merchant scale.
All right.
All right. Iranae, picked up 3 daggers, 1 set of basic clothing, 20 arrows, a set of studded leather armor, 2 short swords, 1 rapier, a spyglass, thieves' tools, 3 potions of healing, and a blank spellbook.
Thanks, spellbook.
And a crowbar.
All right. Very well.
Silky, and I still need to calculate exactly how much she can carry, so these numbers might change in the future. Grabbed 20 arrows, 3 potions of healing, 2 vials of acid, 2 holy waters, 3 bags caltropes, 1 bag ball bearings, perfume, a shirt, a whistle, a set of manacles, some sealing wax, 3 locks, a stick of chalk, a climber's kit, a jeweler's kit, herbalism kit, ink, 1 poison, an empty journal, a hammer, and a grappling hook.
All right.
And a new spear.
All right, let's hear it, Garathor.
All right. And this also could change, and it's more so going to be dropping some of these weapons and such. But we've got 1 greatsword, got 3 great axes, 3 lances, 2 halberds, 1 trident, 6 whips, 2 nets, 1 potion of healing, 1 holy water, 1 antitoxin, 2 grappling hooks, 3 mirrors, 3 ropes, 1 set of thieves' tools. I've got 1 ram, 25 sacks.
1 ram.
The sheep?
That's
5
actually
sacks
pretty
of,
useful.
5 sacks of ball bearings, 2 hunting traps. I refilled my explorer's pack, took some items, torches and stuff out of the dungeoneer's pack, and I grabbed a sledgehammer.
Okay. A ram. But no 10-foot pole.
No, the 10-foot pole just didn't seem logical. It didn't seem like it was gonna fit.
All right. You guys are gathering all these supplies, feeling like it's D&D Christmas for your characters. And you're starting to wrap up. Feeling like you're pretty much carried or gathered as much as you can possibly carry and ever want.
Hey, Silky.
Hey. I'm the cat.
Hello, cat. You are a cat. I toss Silky the Staff of Striking.
Oh! Whoa, what does this one do again?
It's in the compendium. You can drag it onto your character sheet. It is a +3 staff that has 10 charges. It currently has 7 because I used 3 of them. And when you make an attack roll, or when you hit, you can choose to expend up to 3 charges to add that many d6 to the damage.
Thank you. Thank you.
That +3 on there is the only reason I was able to hit anything with it, because it's... actually, maybe not Silky. Because it's strength-based.
Oh, no, I have a -1.
Maybe Garathor. Hey, Garathor, you want a stick that's really good for hitting people with?
Iranae,
I think I could use another weapon.
Yes.
as you try to throw this staff to Silky,
Oh my.
you realize it is stuck to your hand.
Yay!
Oh, no! Welcome back. But he doesn't have any issues with attacking anybody near him, right? It's just stuck to his hand.
I'll say when you try to give it up, you notice that it's stuck to your hand. It seems like you could set it down before, but when you tried to give it to someone else, you could not.
Paul, you're not mixing this up with my mace, or is my mace the same thing?
I'm not mixing this up.
Okay. Double checking.
No, yours, right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yours is different.
Well, never mind then.
Okay. Thank you for the thought.
Wonderful.
So, what did I miss?
We just found this room, and yeah, we just had all this stuff in it.
I look
It's
around
been-
at all the corpses.
been stepping
Okay.
over corpses the whole
the
time.
fresh corpses.
I would like to try to find 2 of these green masks that aren't broken up, because there was the one head that got shot straight up, and then I chopped one of the heads off. There might be a few other unbroken ones, but I'd like to grab some unbroken green
Yeah,
masks.
I'll say there's 3 unbroken green masks.
I would like to ritual cast detect magic at some point in this space. Yeah.
Okay. There is all of the stuff is pretty much standard equipment. There is on, I guess you would have found this. There's just so much stuff, but as you do see some of the empty spell books and books in this area, there is one that is open, and it is radiating magic. And as you look at it, it appears to be a manual of golems. And kind of as Alastor surveys this chamber, you realize that those giant tomb guardians that we're walking around are probably built in this area.
Are there like components for it, or like half built, half constructed ones, or anything like that? Like a leg or an arm, something.
You would know that it takes like months to build golems, or weeks at least. But yeah, there are pieces of golems in here.
So the book itself is a magic book,
Yeah.
and what type of magic?
Abjuration, I believe. It takes 30 days to make a clay golem. And that's
Okay.
the most basic of golems.
All right.
Or no, sorry, it'd be conjuration for sure.
Conjuration.
Yeah.
But I get the impression that I shouldn't touch or handle this book.
I'm sorry, what?
Would I get the impression that I should not touch this
Oh.
book?
No, it seems fine. Unless it's
Okay.
cursed. I mean, anything could be cursed, I guess.
Good point. I will go up to the manual, and I will use my mage hand to open it and flip through the pages. And I'd like to know if I see anything noteworthy.
Make a investigation check. 15. I will say that flipping through this book, you gauge a little bit about the golems that they've been creating, which you've seen. You know that I'm just going to list off some facts here. You might want to write them down. 17 armor class, about 93 hit points. And you know that basically, yeah, I'm not telling you everything about it, but just flipping through, you gain these facts. It's immune to bludgeoning, non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. And that is, I'm going to say, just flipping through, it seems like it does a hefty hit. But
Sure.
I'm gonna say that's what you glean from.
Would I get the impression that I could control an existing golem if I was in possession of this book?
No.
Okay. I will leave the book. Actually, I'll bring it with me. What the hell?
All right.
I use my mage hand to put it in my backpack in a spot where I will not touch it.
Guys, I have to drop one lance. Sorry.
Oh no.
Dude, that 999th guy is gonna be...
So besides that manual, like just all the magic items that you guys have, and kind of the person of you three, you feel a little emanation of magic on everyone but Silky.
Oh.
It's all right,
Not even
Silky. The magic's right here. All right, believe that, right here.
In my shirt?
No, in your heart, Silky. Your heart.
Okay, sorry. I still have a headache.
It's okay. You can't see it. It's kind of like a metaphor. Anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
What's the next play? There's another door there, Garathor. You gonna bust it down?
Grab
You
my
busted
ram.
down the door?
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh yeah, brother.
Do you want to put your ear against the door first and listen to it?
Like my ram is like up in my arm, and I'm like, I put my ear against the door.
I could also pick the lock.
I slowly put my ram back,
I mean,
I stand to the side.
I'm just suggesting it as an option. I'm not saying I have to. It's up to everybody. I'll let everyone decide.
Garathor, what's your ear telling you?
I'm guessing perception.
Yeah. Not much. You hear the wood in front of you.
It sounds like wood.
You don't hear any noises coming from the other side.
Break it down.
I grab my ram out with so much vigor and joy. Boom! I smashed the lock.
Roll a d20. It's a hit.
I swing again. Not getting better.
What happens when you critically miss with the ram?
I'm not used to this ram yet, and I actually like used too much momentum, like going on the backswing and leaning forward. The science didn't make sense, and I actually smashed my face into the door, taking 1 point, taking 1 point of damage.
Bam!
Paul, quick question.
Yeah.
Can I roll a hit dice from the time I was passed out?
Sure.
Thanks.
All right. Iranae, do you want to pick the lock, or Garathor, are you going to eventually recover and keep smashing?
I'm gonna go again one more time.
Okay.
All right. Eventually, you connect with the lock,
That's
and
a 23.
the lock
That's a
smashes
There we go.
to 1,000 pieces, and the door like busts open and cracks a bit.
Got it.
Nice. 1,000 lads.
I think the 1,000 lads are in the other room, fully armed to the teeth right now. They might not be on my shoulder like they were in that last fight.
All right, Garathor, as you peer in this room, there's some dimly lit candles which illuminate a cluttered office. There is a skeletal songbird in a cage in the corner, and as soon as you kind of peer in, it's like it makes like some like horrible kind of screeching sound. There is a desk and there is a tall backed chair. All around on the wall behind the desk are anatomical drawings of people, like being bisected and like weird different circles around them and angles drawn and things. That is this room.
I will walk in. I will. Is there any blankets or anything like that anywhere nearby?
No blankets.
Well, I'll grab one of these fancy robes I just purchased or grabbed in the last room, and I'm just gonna throw it over the cage, the bird cage. I'm gonna throw it over the cage, and I would like to usher my dear friend Alastor into the chamber to read the words on the papers on the desk.
Firstly, I would like to ritual cast Detect Magic at the doorway.
Okay. 10 minutes go by.
Garathor, I can't just burst in there, right? There aren't 1,000 lads.
It's fair enough.
What you see is what illuminates magic is the songbird, or the bird, like you can see it kind of illuminating from under the cloth. There's a journal that's open, but that's not illuminating, like on the desk. That's not illuminating anything. There is a lantern on the desk that is illuminating a magical essence. I will tell you what it is in a second. Or I won't.
I would probably cast Identify after Detect Magic.
Okay. On the
lantern.
The lantern.
While I'm doing this, can somebody please sweep this room for traps?
I will walk around with my danger sense.
Right. Make an investigation.
Barbarian.
Great trap checkers.
I check for traps with my body.
Oh, God!
Oh my god.
Wait, didn't he say investigation?
Oh, he said investigation. Thank God.
No, I said perception or investigation, and we're taking the perception.
I didn't hear you. I heard investigation.
Yeah, you do. You bounce around the room, bumping into all this sorts of stuff. No traps go off though. Okay. So you start to cast Identify on this lantern, and as you're trying to cast this spell, you see a spirit, like, or some kind of weird shifting thing inside the lantern start to move, like, and you see like almost a face appear and then fade away.
Does that trip me up? Stop my ritual?
It just happens after about 5 minutes into your.
I'd like to not allow it to interrupt my ritual if possible.
You want to keep doing it?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep pushing.
Okay.
Hopefully these guys are watching.
I'm watching something.
I'm
Make
keeping
an
an eye out.
Arcana check.
Yep.
25.
Ooh. Okay.
Tell me what it is.
I will.
I'm a wizard.
God
You're a wizard,
damn
Brad.
it! I'm a wizard.
Fucking wizard.
This lantern seems to hold a spirit or soul within it. And based on what you saw while you were identifying it, you believe that there is indeed some kind of a spirit contained within it.
And since I'm identifying the lantern itself, does the lantern seem to be like a trap for something like that? What properties would this
It
have?
doesn't seem like a trap as much as it's a vessel or a container.
And the spirit, does it seem well contained within the container?
It does.
Like if I was to handle the lamp, it wouldn't escape immediately? Like it would need to be released somehow?
Based on that Arcana check, you would say yes.
Well, this appears to be some sort of cage or something for a spirit. I assume we probably don't want anything to do with that.
I mean, I would prefer to let it out.
How about we read this journal and see if we can learn anything about this spirit?
You know what? I was just thinking I'll read that journal and see if we can get any more information that way.
Intelligent dumb barbarian.
I walk towards the journal and give Garathor side eye the whole time.
Right.
I shake my handlebar mustache at him.
This is Wither's journal. His personal journal.
Oh, Wither's journal.
It's moldy. But as you go back, you have to like blow off some of the dust at the early part of the journal. There's like a whole history of a Serac coming to Omu and slaying all the people there and killing the 9 trickster gods and then creating this tomb. And it seems like it's from a perspective of Withers is like recruited by a Serac and is overjoyed that he's doing all these terrible things. And it's from a perspective of like, my master did this and my master did that and it was glorious and yeah.
Slayed them all.
Right. Really killed those women and children. Real good.
They deserved it.
Yeah. As you page through further and further, it's very detailed. You're kind of just skimming through for now. As you get towards the more recent pages, you come across the very last page that has written something in it. I'm just going to show it to everyone.
Sweet. Does it contain the one thread we need to pull to unravel this entire mystery?
But you can read this.
Speed run. The master returns with a marvelous gift, a cast-off creation of the gods, dead and yet not. The all-seeing is blind to its existence, and the mother of illusions looks past it. Sweet irony. The master hopes to raise the creature to power by glutting it on souls. The master has brought the Sown sisters here to nurse it and to help build the device needed to feed it. As for me, I'm only saddened that my studies shall one day come to an end. I owe the master much for the time he has given me. I can only work harder in the little time that remains for this world.
Alright guys, I'm a simple barbarian, but it seems to me that Serac is trying to raise a god out of the peaks of flame on souls, and that these hags have been hired and stole our dear friend, and we are in the middle of something a lot bigger than the rest of us, but we should try to stop it.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try and stop it, Garathor. Good call.
I really think we might actually end up finding Alex in this tomb, and we might have to kill these Sown sisters.
I think, yeah. I think we just killed them all. Yes?
We just have to kill them all.
Well, here's how I'm looking at it. There's a lich who's whatever body pot you guys called it is somewhere in this tomb. So we've got a Sarek, we've got 2 hags, we've got this guy named, I look at the journal, Withers, who can raise things from the dead and has a magic amulet. We've got a army of snake people above ground trying to do a bunch of things. Is there any other depressing things I forgot here?
No, it looks pretty bad.
We haven't had tea in like hours. That's my only input here.
Is there only this one chair in this room?
There's a desk and the chair. Yeah.
Okay.
The high back chair.
Well, I'm going to sit down with my fresh rations, grab a chunk of jerky. I grabbed a few flasks. Were the flasks empty or full in this other room?
What flasks?
There was flasks. So, I'm sorry, I forgot to say that on the player's handbook. There was flasks.
Oh, those are empty.
Oh, then I did not grab them. That'd be a waste of time.
Alastor, your detect magic does go through 3 feet of wood. You also do notice some magic item emanating from a desk drawer. It's like the bottom drawer.
I'd like to step back and open the desk drawer, tell everyone else to step back, and I'll use Mage Hand from about 10 feet away.
Step out of the room.
I'm praying for a ceramic crocodile.
The Mage Hand opens up the desk drawer, and you hear like a shifting doof, 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 kind of inside. Sound like something rolled around in there.
You want me to take a closer look, Alastor?
Be my guest, Iranae.
I'll go over and poke my head over and see what's in this drawer.
See a crystal ball, perfectly cylindrical.
I'd like to cast Identify on the crystal ball.
All
Before
right.
I do so, hey, I bet that guy would be really mad if you killed his pet bird over there.
I really do plan on killing this pet bird, but I'm also worried that, it's going to somehow create spikes in the ceiling to then lunge down and shoot us.
Honestly, I'd say just destroy his chair. Have you seen any other chairs in this entire tomb?
Yeah, he'd have to stand the whole time. That gets a little annoying.
Yeah, I bet his lower back would just be killing him after a while.
Just the
Yes, I would
pettiest
say-
shit.
It could make him stronger, though.
Break his fucking chair.
I will grab my great axe. And I feel very invigorated to have a great axe in my hand again. And I will take one of my 3 great axes and start swinging ferociously.
Spill a bunch of honey on his journal, too.
Do we know what the crystal? Oh wait, we're learning what the crystal ball does. But no, I'd like to sit down and take a breather. I'm a little winded.
All right. There also is some other, if you kind of look under the this crystal ball, there's some other papers and things down there as well.
I'll grab those. Give him again.
You look through, there is one interesting paper. Some of it's just like charts of golems and more drawings of anatomical people, which are super creepy. Bisected and all sorts of like weird arms sewn on, but there is a page as you're flipping through that looks strange. It's a single page on old parchment with sketches.
Now I've got to do some math. None of those are Moa.
Whoa.
Alastor, who possessed you again?
I think back into the deeper part of my brain. Obalaka.
And Iranae, who's talking to you?
Wongo.
Wongo.
Anyone else thinking about the door in the witch's room?
Alastor, you would definitely know that the fourth one is Wongo on this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'd recognize all of these, or at
You
least
would,
the.
Yeah.
I don't know about the
Papazotl.
very middle one, but
Papazotl, Shigambi, Wongo, and Unk. The middle one is don't quite know what that is.
I think we
would
should
would I recollect that at all from my research?
You can make a investigation check for this one. Before. It looks maybe like either a swirl or an eye or a whirlpool or some kind of a symbol like that. That's the best you can get. It definitely has nothing to do with the trickster gods.
All right.
Just to confirm, a 7-sided shape is a septagon, right?
Yes.
Maybe.
Remembering like 3rd grade fucking.
Well, so it's Latin based, so it starts with an S, SES. I want to say SEI, SES.
Does anyone else come up with the conclusion that there is one more god to find in the tomb that we need to host?
Well,
I would imagine that there's still 6 more gods in this tomb.
According to the chart.
I have not reached that conclusion myself.
Which god is Obalaka? Like what animal?
Obalaka is. Oh gosh, I just had that open. Obalaka
is oh yeah, what is that? It's like
I don't actually know.
It's like a furry frizzer.
It's a Zorbo.
It's a Zorbo.
Oh right, yeah, it's a Zorbo. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Zorbo.
Should have really known that.
God, where's your 5e lore even at?
I did put it in your journal though.
Oh,
that's right.
Oh yeah.
No, that is
Zorbo.
not cute. That is a half bear, half armadillo with a Fu Manchu.
It looks like an Ewok.
No, it doesn't.
A half bear, half armadillo with a Manchu. Garathor, you need a nature book.
All right, Iranae, this globe, well, everyone, this globe is a source of daylight that we can use once a day. It lasts for quite a while once we're using it.
Well, I've got 2 ideas for that. We're probably going to need to use that to make the 3 zombies move forward. However, I would like to try something, if possible. Wait a minute, we said it's a long... How long is this hallway? It's a long hallway, shit. And it's... So, in this hallway, is this actual natural daylight over here or no?
Which hallway?
All the way back in the wine room where we almost died.
No.
No. When you got to the ceiling, it was just a square with fake light coming out of it.
Copy that. The dead abhor sunlight. Is anybody hungry?
No, I think we keep moving, yeah?
I could always eat Garathor, but not right now.
All right.
Anything we want to do, any petty shit in this room?
I mean,
you don't want to kill the bird?
No, do not touch the bird. I have a bad feeling if we touch the bird, something will happen.
Anyone want to investigate the spirit trap? I mean, if we think logically, if he's a bad guy, then perhaps he trapped a good person.
That's how I'm feeling.
Yes.
I also have a feeling if we were to take that and throw it into a room full of bad guys, it'd probably kill whoever it could see first. It's a trapped spirit.
Well, if we let it go now, it would just be fed to the god that is creating, right? So we might as well hold on to it.
Why not keep a little fire spirit in our pockets? I'm game.
We're just going to assume it's good. Yeah, all right. Lieutenant, keep a close eye on this and use it only in extenuating circumstance.
Okay. Silky takes it very gently and wraps it up in like a blanket and puts it in her bag.
Also, I just remembered, and I pull out six-sided shape. Found this in Wongo's tomb. Matches the shape on the paper.
You found that inside of like the sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that translucent key that was becoming more and more real as you opened the...
I don't.
Now I remember it.
Right?
Yeah.
It was translucent, and then it became more concrete, and finally you could grab it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Your characters would probably remember.
I had completely forgotten about that.
Players.
I don't remember.
Let's say we poke our heads down these stairs here.
Quick poke, yeah.
Guys, want me to go first or last?
Why not let Miss Iranae go first? She has the best eye.
Lead the way.
At least she's got some dry clothes on. Hope to make that armor a little quieter.
Right. You guys are going down the stairs?
Yep. I would like to A, move stealthily, and B, keep an eye out for anything trap-like.
Okay. Make a perception and stealth check.
And we technically didn't take a fiver like an hour ago. Do you want to take a quick break soon?
We can. Did you guys take the lantern?
Yes.
The one with the soul in it?
Yeah.
Silky has it.
Okay. When you touch the lantern, Silky, you hear a voice. And you see movement within inside the lantern. It says, "Hello. Are you here to rescue me?"
Hold on. Hold on.
It's not like we've been down this road
Yeah,
before.
don't lie to the
It's not
child.
like we've done this.
Hold on. I'm looking at the clues.
No truth to the child.
Why? Dear God, why did I get this one?
The first thing I do is tell it the truth.
The only thing we've got left is bow to the dead god intoned. I don't say anything.
Silky, what's the matter?
I hold it out and I bow down.
You guys all hear the voice now. It says, "Hello?" It's out loud. It's like audible.
Oh. Hello there, Mr. Fire Spirit.
It's Mrs. and my name is Starfallen. Have you come to free me?
Well, that depends.
Great question. It's really a good question.
Yeah, honestly, we didn't expect to find anyone in a lantern down here. How did you end up down here?
There was an eye. Eye of Zoltek. We were looking for the eye. The eye will bring me back.
Okay. Who are you exactly?
There was a fight. We lost. I got brought here. I can't remember.
Well, we can certainly keep an eye out for this eye. Do you remember?
Can I come with you?
Ma'am, are you an elf princess?
I am an elf. That was
Do you
very...
remember a Devlin Bashir?
Huh?
Do you remember a Devlin Bashir?
A what?
Devlin. His name's Devlin.
Oh! Devlin Bashir. It sounds familiar. My memories are so dark. I can't remember. Devlin.
How about a Brixton?
They sound familiar.
Well, they're all dead. They found the eye, and you were gone. But that's all we know.
They found the eye?
They found the eye.
No, they didn't.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, no.
Shh.
But they're dead.
Mm.
They could not bring the eye to me and help me. Will you bring me with you? And if we find the eye, you can help me?
Listen here. Alastor Eltan, formerly the Flaming Fist. And here's what I'm hoping to find out, alright? If we get that eye and help you, what is it in it for us?
Well, what do you want? I don't know.
What can you do for us? I'll take your top 10 best attributes.
Alastor.
A long time ago, I was a fighter. I could help you on a quest, perhaps. I don't remember. I was an elf. It's been so long.
Can I
friends are dead.
Can I make an insight check on what she's saying? Can I tell if she's lying to us?
Seems like she's being straightforward.
All right. We don't have anything that we have to help you right now, but I don't see why we can't bring her along and see what happens. It might be helpful to have another person around.
Oh!
Yes?
If someone strikes you and you fall, I can make sure you do not die.
That settles it. She's very helpful.
You're
We bring
close
her.
enough to my lantern. I can help you.
Do you know how close?
I think about 10 feet.
Okay. Well, Miss Starfallen.
It is 10 feet.
I look at the others and I see no reason not to trust you or take you along. I think we should.
All right, we will take you along under one condition. You only speak when spoken to.
Alastor, please.
We're not here for a conversation, Lieutenant.
We're not there for conversation, but she might have something good to say. She might be insightful.
We will
She might be
ask
smart.
her.
She doesn't remember.
Lady Starfallen, are you capable of viewing the world outside of your lantern?
I can only have my spirit go out about 10 feet.
I ask because if you cannot
Amongst.
perceive the world, we are trying to move very stealthily through here, and so speaking loudly, if you can't see the situation, may not be a good move. That might reveal our presence to someone who otherwise could not detect us.
Very well. I will not speak.
All right. Shall I put her in the backpack or tie her to my belt?
Belt's always good.
Okay, Mr. Fallen, welcome to the Power Cats.
Power cat.
She's part of the club now. Is
Yeah,
she, Lieutenant?
I'm new too. We can be new together. And
The Yellow Banner. Yes. I was a part of the Yellow Banner.
the Yellow Banner.
He's crazy, guys.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of the Power Cats. Thank you.
And I tie her to my belt.
Okay.
I look obviously dissatisfied with Silky for several long moments.
Alastor, you made me your lieutenant. You need to trust me.
Silky, we'll talk about this later.
Oh.
I pick up Wither's journal and I just like take my water scan and just like pour water all over it and then shut the pages and like mash it all together.
The ink starts running out. Side of the...
And then I take some of his notes and I just tear them.
I calmly go over to Alastor's shoulder and I'm like, Alastor. And I push Alastor off to the side. And I stand up on what's remaining of this chair. And I flip up my loincloth. And I just start pissing all over the desk.
Roll 2 style.
It's like, Alastor, you're taking too much time here, buddy. And I just urinate all over the desk.
And as Iranae starts heading down the spiral staircase, we will take a 5-minute break.
Boys are gross. Welcome back to the Tomb of Annihilation, everybody. We have just effectively pissed on a mage's book because boys are gross.
It was effective.
Apparently, he is a mage, so he might just be able to fix it, but whatever. So now we are going down the mysterious stairs to see what lays beyond. Back to you, Paul.
Iranae, stealthily, but not very perceptively, you go down the staircase. You're kind of like counting your steps and looking at the wall. I guess your perception was bad, so you're not quite sure how far you're going down. But you walk down for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You're like, I must have descended like 25, 30, 40 feet down by now. You want to keep going? There's no end in sight.
Yes.
All right. You keep going.
I'm waiting at the top.
50 feet down, 55 feet down, 60 feet down, 65 feet down.
Iranae's been gone so long. She brought a whistle, right?
I softly blow our whistle. Blow my whistle.
Oh, no, don't blow your whistle, Garathor. It's not an emergency.
I'll keep going, yeah.
Should someone go on after her?
I'll start
After-
softly descending.
After about 75 feet down underground, this staircase has just gone around and around and around and around. You end up in a small chamber very similar to the one that you started. It seems just like the end. It's a circular chamber. There's a door on your left and a hallway on your right.
Firstly, do I see anything down the hallway?
New layer.
Speed run. Go straight to the boss's dungeon, baby.
We haven't found the 3rd floor plank yet. You must come back.
Well, that's fine. I skipped the 3rd floor. Who needs it?
Speed run.
Oh, we still
Speed
have
run.
the sun orb. We have the zombies. The
Speed
well.
So down the hallway. Trying to add your token here. There we go. So there's a door right to your left, and down the hallway, it seems to keep. I can reveal a little bit more here. Keeps going, and then it turns to your left. But you do see a big pile of sickly, smelly, very smelly, like almost putrid, green-grayish slime on the floor.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
All right. I'm gonna go listen at the door.
Make a perception check. 19. You listen. Sounds very empty. Nothing. You swear you hear the sound of splashing water. You would recognize that sound.
Does this door have a handle?
It does.
All right. I am going to, as softly as I can, test the handle. And then just, like, peek the door open a little bit.
Okay.
Roll initiative.
Yeah.
Again?
I use my ram. With
How many rounds to descend 75 feet underground?
the fury of 1,000 lads.
I used the ram and it sucked. My foot was way better, let's be honest.
Iranae, you peek out of this door. It just opens. There's like a latch. You have to pull it down. And you peer out. You see this very dark, kind of bluish, but almost swampy looking water all over. This room is huge. It is a huge, huge cavern. And the first thing that catches your eye is the water. Then you look up and you see all this like empty cavern space. And you look in the middle and you see these giant, like 50, well, at least 30 foot high giant gears. Like, and they're laying on their side. So there's one gear right here and then another gear that interlocks right next to it. And they seem to be, they're not moving, but there's like these old rusty gears. They're the biggest like machinery you've ever seen in your entire life. This is the most metal you've probably seen at once.
Metal.
Oh.
This is just peering out too.
I'll push the door open a little bit more and...
Okay. As you get it open a little bit more, you do see a staircase that descends and a couple boats down here. And it looks like some kind of a turning contraption as well. And then here's, I'll just, some of these gears.
Wow, those are big.
Wonder if these are the gears of war.
How dare you?
Wonder if they're Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, God.
With that perception check, they do look very solid.
Hell yeah.
Oh god,
Hell
shit.
yeah.
And a giant robot descends.
Well, Iranae?
All right.
Oh, that contraption that I said, as you look at that a little bit more closely, it looks like it's a cage, like a diver's cage. You would know this. You would get into the cage and someone would loosen the rope and you would go underwater in the cage. Either as a torture form or to kill someone, or as like it serves some kind of a purpose.
All right. I will slink quietly back up the stairs.
I jump in the cage.
Right. It takes you a bit. Did any of you start descending?
I was coming down the stairs softly.
All right. About halfway through, you meet up with Garathor.
Jesus, Garathor!
You've been gone a while. I've only come down 40 feet.
How does that? Okay.
Garathor's just got an altimeter on his wrist.
I've taken my steps today.
Apple Watch. He found one in the room. Man, those tomb dwarves had an Apple Watch.
Oh man, it's crazy. My heart rate is insane.
I knew they
Sarah's
looked fit.
technology. Wow.
All right.
Let's go back up.
All right, yeah. There's this hallway. I didn't go down it. There's some fucking disgusting smelling slime. And I think there's some of the gears that fucking work this place down here.
Well, this is still hope, group. We did at one point spin a large, I don't know, what do you call that? The thing we spun. The wheel. And we heard clinking and chains, and that could be something connected to a gear.
It is odd.
So this...
How big did you say these things are?
I'm going to be honest. You're not going to believe me if I tell you, so you should just come look for yourself.
Well, do we want to complete this floor first and then go down? I think the zombies and the chariots are probably important.
Lieutenant Silky, permission to speak.
Granted. Italian now. Granted. Granted.
Spit it out, Garathor.
If I were to make a wager, I would say that we have found a secret hidden door. We found a magical wall that we walked through. We found an office, and we found an entire weapons cache. I believe that we have made it to an area we were not supposed to be in. I believe the rest of the tomb is supposed to be tricks and traps. It seems like we may have potentially found an advantage, a back door, this is not where we are supposed to be. And according to the yellow banners, they told us that a Cererak's tips may help, but ultimately it will lead to our demise. So I believe what you're saying is, sure, we could find some other things and go through the tomb one stage at a time, but I think we found a back door. And I think we only found this because of your infinite knowledge, Lieutenant Silky. When we went through the ring, and then you found this, we would have never found this wall. We would have never been back here. So I think we should use this advantage. There's a chapter in my dad's book, but it's and I pull out like the leather scraps. It's gone.
Why didn't you grab a book from the room? You can start writing your own. But anyway, I digress.
I am not my father, Silky, but thank you.
I mean, perhaps it is a back door, but what if that is not the case? And we were supposed to do the things on the floors, and they're actually very important.
Silky, have you seen what's been going on?
The three of you are now possessed by gods, and we just killed you.
Every step of the way has been danger. I think there's some real sense in what Garathor was saying.
I do remember one of my dad's. I can't remember what the chapter was about, but it was called Dark Moist Places.
I wonder what that could be about.
According to Iranae, like it's dark and moist and smelly. I think it's worth exploring.
Boys are gross.
And I go grab a book, and I write Dark Moist Places. I'll write my own chapter by finding this dark moist place.
All right, if it is 3 against 1, I understand that majority vote, but I have a bad feeling.
We'll bring protection.
That is not my biggest worry. My biggest worry is that we are missing a chunk of the final puzzle. We have found many good things. We found the staff with the snake. We found the...
At what cost, Lieutenant? At what cost?
Nothing. We are all alive. Well, I mean, you lost a whole bunch of stuff, but you found it again.
That sword is gone forever.
All right. Who's got a coin? Iranae, you flipping? We got to keep doing things exactly as we've been doing them, all right? We got to stick to our routine.
This is going to get us fucked like it always does. Timora can suck a dick.
I literally follow her, and I say that every time. All right, 1, we figure out what's going on with the zombies. 2, we go downstairs.
All right. We can listen to Timora, but okay.
Honestly, you guys just need to see the size of these fucking gears. I can't even believe it.
Lead the way. I'll take up the back.
And I lead everyone down the staircase.
I climb on Garathor's shoulders.
You lift me up.
Brad's on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you guys are all still in this room. The door is closed, and there is a hallway and a door as you guys descend.
I would like to
75 feet down.
I would like to grab my halbert and play around with the green sludge. Me having a feeling that it could be a lubrication for these gears.
Okay. You touch the sludge, and it kind of oozes a little bit and bubbles, but nothing happens.
I'd like to take a little bit of meat from one of my rations and throw it on top of the sludge.
It just makes a sloppy.
It's not sizzling or, you know.
It's not sizzling.
Okay. Right, well, show us these gears, Iranae.
I push the door open and just point.
I'd like to very carefully descend these stairs, but I'd like to see if I can get a bigger view of this room.
So these gears are like 50 or 60 feet across, and like at least 30 or 50 feet high. They're just huge, 40 or 50 feet high. They're just giant gears. And once again, it's a massive, massive cavern. Has to be at least 100 feet as far as you can see, and very, very tall. And there's kind of a dark blue, almost brownish type water. It doesn't look like you could drink it at all. It looks kind of like the water from the first, that meandering river from the first level. Looks similar to that. And that's what you see. Most metal. There's like gears and chains, like huge rusty chains, and just like it just looks insane, like otherworldly to your characters.
What's the lighting in this space?
It's completely dark, so it's dark vision only, and whatever lanterns you have.
Is Starfawn producing light?
Yes. 30 feet of dim light.
Oh my.
Paul, do I need to attune to this item, this magic item, the globe? It's a really...
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. And it says I can use light or daylight, but then it only gives conditions for daylight that it can be used once. I assume I can use light at will.
Yes.
I would like to cast the light cantrip on this globe.
Okay.
And I'll say arise, and it floats 5 feet up above my hand. And I'd like to send it 60 feet out into the cavern.
Oh.
And just see what we see, if anything notable when it's illuminated.
I don't think you can send it out. You could push it with Mage Hand, maybe. I think it hovers.
How heavy is it?
Oh, it hovers and then follows you when it's within 60 feet of you. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'll push it out a ways with my mage hand then.
Okay.
Which would
How far does
be-
Mage Hand go?
Let me double check. Only 30 feet.
Okay. That's still pretty far. You push out the drift globe up. And yeah, you can't, even up and away, you can't really see over these gears. Like, these gears are almost a massive wall in front of you. Oh, here, I'll reveal. There's like a elevated corridor leading to one of the gears as you look directly in front of you. I'll reveal the outside of that corridor. Actually, I'll just reveal this whole area here.
Then is it raised up in the spot that's still...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know one kobold who can breathe underwater, and I have a light source to send with you if you'd like to try it out, Silky, and see if there's anything interesting under there.
Go into the cage.
I'd like to just say that there's a cage here. This cage could be for maintenance on these gears, but there could be, since this is a tomb that is trying to kill us, there could be very deadly creatures under there.
If she's in the cage and there's deadly creatures, then she'd be safe in theory.
Is there any rocks around?
I have a bolt bearing.
There is no loose rocks on this dock.
I would like to grab a javelin and just kind of throw it into the water, like, say, over here.
Plunk.
Any rustling, any stirring of water?
It slowly sinks.
Okay, perfect. I was also trying to clear up some inventory space, guys. I'm pretty full here.
Oh lordy.
What do you say, Silky? Does that mission intrigue you at all?
Intriguing. Yes. I can do that.
I mean,
Shall
Garathor
we-
will have a hold on you.
We tie a rope around my waist, and if I am in danger, I pull.
Yes.
Yeah, and you'll be in that little cage there if that's all right. That'll keep you safe from any monsters if there are any.
Iranae, you said the cage could be used for diving or torture?
Well, yeah, but that's functionally the same thing. If someone doesn't have any source of air, then you put them in the cage and you drop them in, and then they can't breathe.
Okay, well, might as well take a peek.
As you guys do look down this dock and look and check out the cage a little bit more, you see these little like specks of light coming from the very bottom, what you presume to be the bottom of the lake. And they kind of move around a little bit every once in a while. They seem phosphorescent in color.
How deep down?
You think like 40 to 50 feet is your estimation.
That's a lot of feet.
Does it look like the diving cage, the chain or whatever is attached to it, would take her all the way to the bottom?
It does.
And is it like a pulley style system that, I'd
By the way,
be
is someone holding this door open, or did you guys all go on the dock? Or I need to kind of know what your party's doing, because the door, like when you first pulled it open, and then I assume Silky went down. Is someone still holding it open?
I kind of imagined the scene a little differently. I didn't realize we were in this tight space.
I will.
Yeah.
I
And
will
it
grab.
feels like as you push the door, like it wants to close. Is the reason I say that.
We could keep it open with someone got some a python or something.
I grabbed a python. Or a climbing kit. Would a python be in that?
I
assume so.
believe
Yes.
they.
There's 10 pittons in there, I believe.
Is it all right? Is it to prop the door?
Yes, I will swing the door open. I will grab this python from Silky, and I will wedge it between the stair, the wall, the blah blah. I will make sure that this thing is wedged open with a metal rod.
Okay.
They say near immovable.
And and all four of you are piling out onto the dock and staircase?
We'll kind of have our conversation in between spaces, more or less.
I will be examining this cage to make sure that there's a way that I can get Silky out of there. Say things turn south quick.
Probably be like right here, right by the door, talking to Alastor. I don't mind going down if you guys can bring me back.
You know I got you, Lieutenant.
Let's tie an extra rope to the cage just in case.
I will tie one of my extra ropes to the cage just in case.
Safety rope.
Should we put the cage down by itself first? Take it down to the bottom and then bring it up? See if it has anything in it when it comes back up?
I hit the release button and
It just plunges into the water, and you see it go down, 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 down. Then you just presume it stops, and you see it go slack, I suppose. Yeah.
I will then crank it to pull it back up.
Takes a minute or two. Eventually, you get the cage back up. Kind of drips off this thick kind of slime, along with a bunch of water.
Anything of note?
Nope. Looks like a same rusty cage.
Silks, I think you're all right.
You said the globes of light are really faint.
Yeah, they seem like they're skittering at the bottom. Right about where the cage dropped.
Oh, why do I have a feeling that those lights are supposed to eat what is ever in the cage? I don't know if I want to go down.
Silky, we gotta find out what's down there.
Can we do one more test?
Well,
Can you send a ration pack or something down there? Something edible?
Besides, this seems an awfully long way to go to dispose of someone.
Torture. You'd be shocked.
Yeah, there's a shortage of ways we need to torture people, so let's set up a cage in this water.
I mean, yeah, just use the river upstairs.
I imagine this is for someone's personal safety when working on these gears.
I have something along those lines. Perhaps there's a mechanism down there. Perhaps we could get a huge advantage out of this.
Okay. I will go.
Silky, I think you'll be okay in that cage, and if not, we'll pull you up. Don't worry.
Will you cast message on me so that we can stay in contact?
Absolutely, Silky.
Okay. Silky is very scared. She does not like the water. She does not like going deep down. But she'll do
Silky,
it.
Flaming fists never get scared.
I'm not a very good flaming fist then. And I walk over to the cage.
All right. So are all four of you then on the dock, or is one of you hanging by the door or inside? I kind of need to know where you are.
I don't like how you're asking these questions.
Yeah, you're being too specific, DM.
In order for me to describe things, specifically in this situation, I need to know where you are.
I'll be standing out.
I'm by the dock.
I'm about ready to get in the cage. I'm letting Garathor tie ropes around me.
Alastor, where are
Alastor,
you?
go ahead and put yourself where you want to be, and then I'll place myself based on where you are.
Okay.
Silky, you got this.
And Iranae, are you holding the door open, or are you letting the python wedge it open?
I'm letting the python wedge it open, and I'm like leaning on the door frame.
Okay. As you kind of are the last person out and you start to close the door, still having the python in there wedged, you notice that there is a giant face on the door on the outside.
Is
Like
it
a
a green
big
devil face?
It's not a devil face.
Does this face appear to be moving?
It seems like it's not moving right now.
Right now.
It looks kind of like those Game of Thrones trees, you know, like in the right, yeah. It's like a face that kind of comes out of the wood a little bit. But it's definitely a face. It's not a devil face. There's no horns.
I'm gonna go ahead and just push the door open again.
Okay.
And just not say anything.
All right. What are the rest of you doing?
Not noticing a face on a door.
Silky is being lowered in the cage while after Garathor has secured a security or a safety rope.
Okay.
And as soon as Silky is submerged, I cast message.
All right.
All right, Silky, you're about 10 feet down now. How you feeling? Is everything going okay?
It's wet.
Are you holding your breath, or are you letting the water into your lungs?
I think I hold my breath for as long as I can,
Okay.
and then as soon as it starts to hurt, I'll start breathing.
All right. Well, the water feels cold, and it's hard to see. It's very murky down there, and it feels a little bit slimy, or like a little bit thick and viscous for a lake. And you see these bright lights kind of getting closer and closer and closer, and eventually the cage hits, and you're at the bottom. You can see these little lights around you.
Can I see what the lights are?
Make a perception check.
Silky, you're down at the bottom now. Remain calm.
See, Kaylie has a fear of deep water, so this is freaking me out.
Garathor's got a hold on the lever.
I'm very strong.
You want me to tell you he's very strong.
It's slimy.
What you see are a bunch of phosphorescent crabs.
Oh.
That are skittering around. And at this point, you also hear a voice inside your head. You've heard a lot of voices, I think, this campaign, especially as of late. This is definitely a telepathic voice. And it is a small girl's voice.
No.
And
I can tell by voices.
Head, and it says, "Is that you, Withers?" Withers, are you coming to play?
I pull the rope. I pull the rope. I pull the rope. I pull the rope. I pull it.
All right, you have to hand crank this, so
I'm going as hard as I can.
Okay, make a strength check. I'll see how long this takes.
Silky, remain calm. He's pulling you up.
There's a. I don't say anything because I'm worried that the little girl's gonna hear me.
All right, it takes about a
13.
good 45 seconds or so to pull Silky up. You hear the voice one more time. Are you leaving? Where are you going? And then, boosh, you emerge outside the water.
Silky, what happened?
Okay. Well, firstly, the lights are crabs. Secondly, there is a voice, a little girl's voice in my head, asking for Withers to come and play. So, I don't know what that means exactly. I didn't say anything because the last time I said something, bad thing happened.
Silky, you did a great job. You did a great job. Withers has a friend down there. What do you think his friend is? Any guesses, Iranae?
It sounded like a little girl.
How big were these crabs?
Before I freaked out, did I have a chance to see?
They're like this big,
He holds out a bigger hand. This big.
2 or 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 to 2 feet.
Oh, big. Fairly large. Very bright.
And this voice, did you see where this voice was from?
It was in my head, right? So I couldn't tell
Yeah,
any direction.
Definitely telepathic.
No, I couldn't see where it was from. But the disembodied little girl voice at the bottom of water.
Seems a bit suspicious, Silky.
Very.
Silky, you hear a voice in your head again. Are you coming to play? Are you Withers? You don't seem like Withers.
She's still in my head.
Talk to her. We need information. Ask who she is.
You could try to pretend to be Withers if you're up for it, Lieutenant. She wasn't even there.
No, I am not Withers. I'm so sorry. I am just a passerby.
You sound nice. You want to come play?
I would love to, but I am very, very busy. I am sorry. You sound very sweet.
I'm so lonely down here. How about you come play for just a little bit?
Where are you?
I'm in the water.
What are you?
I'm a little girl.
How did you end up at the bottom of the water?
Some guy put me down here.
How long ago?
A long time.
What do you and Mr. Withers play?
He tells me stories sometimes.
What kind of stories?
Adventures.
Does he ever ask you to do anything? Does he ever ask you to play with other people?
No. Just me down here. I'm lonely.
What is your name?
My name is Kit.
I'm relaying this to the group.
I point to the gears.
Kit, could you please tell me about the gears in the water? What this room is?
I don't know much about it. They're big gears. Sometimes they turn.
Does anything happen when they turn?
I think they line up differently. Withers goes to different gears when they're differently oriented.
How are you talking in my head?
This is how I talk. How do you talk?
With my mouth?
You talk with your mouth? That's silly.
I suppose it is, yes.
I have a ball. You want to play with the ball?
What kind of ball?
Just a ball. It's underwater here.
Kit, would you excuse me for one moment, please? I will be back.
I'll be here.
She wants me to come down and play with her some more. I don't know. Should I?
Well, that's a silly idea. But we could definitely try to get some more information here.
You could suggest that we play hide and seek, all right, until she gets to hide first, right?
Well, I mean, she sounds friendly. She might be able to help us if we're nice to her. She sounds like she might be a spirit. Little girl living on the bottom of water.
I've I don't know what to expect anymore, so could ask Timora.
I think I'd like to go examine that hallway with the green sludge.
Wait,
Last time we trusted a little girl, we fought a skull.
did she say he goes to the gears?
He goes to the gears, and when they are differently oriented.
Well, honestly, that makes me want to check out the gears.
Yes. I could ask Kit if she would guide us through the water. It might be a good idea to stay on this little one's good side.
I will grab a boat.
All right. As you look at these boats, one is named Predator on the side, and one is named Prey.
Ah!
Can I cast Detect Magic? I'll ritual cast Detect Magic.
Right. 10 minutes go by.
Can I get a short rest in that 10 minutes?
No.
Just so y'all know, every fiber of my being wants Silky to go play with this.
I kind of want to go see what's up with the kid.
Why don't you guys just climb a tree to a pirate ship?
Lieutenant,
What could go wrong?
All right. While you're casting Detect Magic, the voice continues in your head, Silky. It's like, look, I found a ring. You want to play with this ring?
Where are you? I can't see it.
It's down here at the bottom.
Can you come up?
You should come down. I don't like it near the surface. It scares me.
It scares me at the bottom of the water. We are different like that. I prefer the light. I think you prefer the dark.
Sure you don't want to come play? It'll be fun.
What if I drop you
I'll
down
tell you
there?
a story.
Okay, maybe she can bring the ring to the cage.
Is it okay if I stay in the cage?
I don't know how you play a game, but maybe.
I have a few grown-ups I need to talk to. I'll be back again, okay?
Okay.
I won't be far. I promise. Sorry, Alastor.
Alastor, you finish at this point. Nothing within the vicinity lights up as magic. These are like solid metal gears. Yeah.
sick.
Solid metal gears, not to be rearranged.
Lieutenant, are you asking right now to go for permission to have some playtime?
I was comfortable, and then she became very determined to get me down there and is now bribing me with rings. I don't know. I don't know.
Ask her if she can bring the ring to you in the cage. And ask her when the last time the gears were changed.
That's what I can do. Miss Kit,
Yeah?
could you please tell me the last time the gears were changed? The last time they moved?
Withers hasn't been here for a while. Maybe a couple weeks?
What's his favorite boat?
Does he take the boat onto the water when he comes?
Sometimes.
Do you know which one he likes more?
How about you come play, and I'll tell you a story about what Withers, whatever you want to hear. I know his secret,
What kind of secret?
a good one.
Can I do an insight check on this voice? I want to see if I can detect if this little girl is
Trying to murder you?
trying to murder me.
Make an insight check.
I am shaking, you guys. This is freaking me out. Ah, come on.
Hard to tell. It seems like a little girl, that's for sure. And the girl genuinely seems to want to play.
Do it.
Lieutenant, I fully recognize that you are of younger years, and by God, playtime is important.
Does anybody have anything I can take down there with me to protect myself? If she turns out to be malevolent, I have holy water, but I don't know how that would help under the water.
Silky, you already know literally everything that I have on me.
You literally already have the ring of protection. Like,
I have a ring of protection.
You've got the 20 AC.
you got.
There's
Yeah, that's
nothing
true.
that
Yeah.
I can give you
Right, like
at all.
Silky, pull the rope. Silky, you are a lethal weapon.
Kit, if I come down there, you have to make me one promise. You cannot hurt me in any way, okay?
I can do that.
You tried not to get me out of
I've
the
never hurt
cage.
anyone.
I believe you. But it's very important. I'm on a very important adventure and I cannot get hurt. Promise?
Yeah.
Okay.
I really protected her right there, guys. Nothing can go wrong.
Are you going down again?
Yeah, I'm going down again. And
I
get
hit
the rope on.
the tick, 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 tick.
Ching! Slipping
I-
in the basket starts to descend.
I would like to prepare. I don't know if you'd let me do this, but if I notice any danger or at any moment, since I'm going to be attacked, I would like to prepare a patient defense.
Yep, no problem.
Okay, so I'm just ready to do patient defense for sign of
I will
danger.
let you react or kind of with that if there was some kind of attack. But all right, well, you start to get lowered into the water. It's cold. It's dark. It feels slimy. You get further down. Finally, you hit the bottom again, and you see the crabs start to walk around. And you hear the voice. You're coming to play?
Tell me your secret first, and then we will play.
I think we should play first.
Why
And
don't
I'll
you?
tell you.
Why don't you come out? Let me see you first.
I'm shy.
Me too.
Make a persuasion check.
My -1.
What do you say? Just come out.
I'm shy too, but I find that if we are shy together, we can be brave.
Okay. I'll come out. Do you want to play with the ball or the ring?
The ring, please.
Okay. You wait. 10 seconds go by. 20 seconds go by. You're looking like it's just dark all around you. Just these little crabs moving. In between the two gears, although you're far below the gears now, you kind of see a little flick in the muddy water. Another flick. coming about 5 or 10 feet closer to you, you see a huge green gargantuan squid-like thing with more teeth in its mouth than you've ever seen in your entire life. It is huge, and it's got huge fins running down its back and 4 giant tentacles, and it starts whipping towards you. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
At least we can see it.
Oh, we are so fucked now, guys.
Well, it still might be Kit. She still might be gentle.
You gotta just be nice to this Aboleth.
Friendly neighborhood CR15 Aboleth.
CR15. Hey, Paul. Do we level up?
Please, 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 please.
We didn't
please.
accomplish anything. Why would we
What are you
level
talking
up?
about? What are you talking about? If
The
this was
wine?
an XP-based motherfucker, I got so much XP.
I just, please. I rolled a nat 20 on a charisma check.
1000 XP.
What level are you guys? Set
8.
We're
We're
at 8, yeah.
We'd be going to 9.
Campaign's supposed to end at 10.
Please.
I'll let you level up. Why not?
Hey!
I don't know how much useful
You know
it's
what
gonna
that
be.
means? That means we're rolling for hit points live right now.
Live
Ooh.
rolling for hit points.
Oh my
So I'm gonna
gosh.
hit one. I'm gonna hit my HP right now. 3.
Sick.
I'm over 50, all right? I'm over 50.
Ah! Ah!
Look, it was due for you.
It was a do. I really did deserve that.
You doing did the ones count, Paul?
You can re-roll that.
I'm only at 90. guys.
Oh,
Thank goodness. The first time ever.
Ooh.
there you go.
Guys, I'm only at 90 hit points.
I think I'm up to 60 something.
But
Yeah.
I did deserve a bad one.
40 hit points. Can you believe it?
Bro, that's actually not bad. That means you can at least take one bite.
Oh man.
Guess
Oh,
what?
I wish we would have fought that guy a little bit before we leveled up. But
66. Are we going?
5d6 for sneak attack.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I will say though, especially with this and with Brad saying you wish you could have fought him before you leveled up, we are going to say you level up at the next long rest.
You're
not
right.
in this encounter.
Right. But it's not like you go to full
okay.
health or anything like that.
So go ahead and fill out all your stuff, but yeah.
oh, not at full health yet. Okay.
Right. Keep your sheet and then add to it. Have a secondary kind of level up sheet.
Gotcha. Yo. All right. Well, that has been an amazing session. That was super fun. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Paul.
Oh, that was fun for me.
I am uncontrollably shaking. I am terrified of the deep water.
Yeah, and you should be afraid of Aboleth just the same. But, you know, don't let that influence your decision making. Okay, so here at the Emerald Dragon next week, we are not playing Curse of Strahd. What are we playing Monday, Alex?
Assuming that I can get 1 or 2 more people, we may be playing some Exalted.
Ooh.
Sweet. Do you want to give us a brief overview of what Exalted is?
So Exalted is a tabletop system, obviously, created by White Wolf originally, but now by Onyx Path Publishing for 3rd edition. And it is more based on Eastern mythology than Western mythology. So less elves and dwarves and standard normal D&D stuff, and more crazy, like, what's the term for that genre of movie? Like the martial arts films.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, more Crouching
Awesome.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Sweet. And that's a different dice system than we're all accustomed to, correct?
It is, yes. It is a dice pool system, but it is relatively easy to understand. So
Cool.
Ooh.
Well, that will be sure to be a good time. And then the week after that, we'll pick up with Tomb of Annihilation again. Yours truly gonna be off the channel for some time while I'm moving until I can get my life set up again. And so we'll be missing the art streams for a little bit. I certainly will. Alex probably coming in with the Magic the Gathering streams that just started up. That's been pretty fun. And yeah, maybe some other miscellaneous streams. Lots of things happening here at the Emerald Dragon. So until next time, folks, thank you for tuning in tonight. We'll see you later. Be safe. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.